in the bouteilles. They were impressive.
Pole dancing it.
Yeah.
And for her age, Shakira still got it.
And same with J-Lo. She's not.
And J-Lo's
she's no
older.
spring chicken either.
Yep.
And we're live.
She still looks hot. Oh,
aging sucks.
Welcome everybody to the Arcade Hangout. We were just talking about the halftime show and how J-Lo's still hot. And what is she, 50 something or 49? I don't know. What is she? How old is she now? She's up.
Yeah,
there,
I think she's 50. I know she's at least
50. Yeah.
I would think, yeah.
So, anywho, well, welcome to the Arcade Hangout, everybody. We are a group of friends that like to get together once a week and talk about arcade games and halftime shows and hotels that Atari are creating and Rise of the Resistance Ride and pinballs and Willy Wonka and Gak, who's not here, and everything else. So
especially Gak, who's not here. Let's start talking about him a lot.
So let's talk about Dave from Buffalo's here.
Yay, symmetry.
Yeah, we got symmetry. We got a 4-pack or 6-pack.
All right, lock it down.
Lock it down.
Yeah,
Lock it down.
Yep. Sorry, Gak. Too late.
Either one or three needs to come in. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe let me text Gak to see if when he's coming on. What is he eating, dinner or something?
Doesn't he know what time it is?
Do you know what time it is? Time to pay the fiddler.
Howdy doody time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I say every night to the dogs before they go. When we're doing the last dash to go outside and have the last pee before bedtime.
Don't make a big gasp.
I know. If I make a big gasp, I can't do it now because then they'd be like, "Oh my god!" I say, "Do you know what time it is?" It's
School time.
time. Yeah, and then I sing a little song that is actually to the Howdy Doody tune, which I will not sing here. I might have sung it years ago when I was drunk on the show, but I am not drunk on the show, so I will not be singing the potty time
he
song.
ruined it.
Oh, Gak, never mind that text I just sent you.
Now we need 2 more for the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
Oh, the
It says,
Brady Bunch.
Are you bringing your slacker ass on tonight or what?
So I didn't
I've heard
want
of
to
a
talk.
tractor ass, but not a slacker ass.
Yeah.
I didn't want to talk about the post that Jim posted today, but we should talk about that a little bit about the arcade one.
Sorry, right before coming on, I realized, oh shit, I sold another Cloak and Dagger control panel today. So I had to dig
A bonus.
It out.
Oh, I saw that thread was
Congratulations.
bumped.
Yeah.
So did I.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So after, I sold a couple last year, I think, but I've been sitting on inventory for a while. No, whatever, no big deal.
You still play your Cloak and Dagger, Carrie?
I do. It's one of my favorites.
It's a fun game.
It
Yeah.
really is. It's just and everything about it. I love I love the way that the cabinet looks. Although I have to say I really love the one that's in the Crystal Castles cabinet.
Mhm.
I just
Yeah.
have the Defender conversion. But even so,
Right.
the art's beautiful. I love that the dual joysticks, the animation, when he's
I
in
was
the
just gonna
elevator.
say, yeah.
There's a
Yeah,
It's a
ton
fun
of
game to
awesome
watch, even if
animation.
you're not playing it.
Yeah.
Like I'll watch you play, and I won't play it out, but I'll just watch it because I like the animation.
Yeah.
I love how
It's a charming game.
when you just when it's a last minute get into the elevator when the flame is like about to get you,
Yeah.
and then when the doors close, there's like flame between the doors. It's
Is
like
your
little
hat
touches,
smoking or something?
yeah,
too?
little
Yeah.
touches like that. Yeah, hat could be smoking.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the smoking hat. Yep, exactly. Like
All right,
I
Bach,
think-
is it weird that like when we saw the movie originally, we were like that kid, right?
Yeah, we're like, I can't
And
wait for
now-
that game.
And now we're like the nerd that runs the game shop.
Yeah.
Right?
We're exactly that guy.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yep, so.
Showing you cool things in the game. Yeah. But yeah, that game is pretty awesome. It's just all around really good game.
Best movie never.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's too bad that they never made the game because of the video game crash. We never got the game that they were working on with it.
Yeah.
But I do find it interesting. I've talked about this before, where if you do beat the arcade game Cloak and Dagger, that it does show you the plans for the jet. It actually are in the game. It says top secret all over it, and it has like this line drawing of a jet. That's like,
And it's like 30 something levels. Is that right? I can't remember now. It's like a bunch of
yeah,
levels.
it's something like that. But you have to go all the way back out of the levels too. So
Oh shit.
you got to go all the way down to the basement, and then you got to fight your way all the way back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really like 80 levels or whatever.
I recall there being shortcuts too, but I don't know if it
I
doesn't
think
count
there
that if you do that.
is. I think there is
Yeah.
a way to do that, but there is run-throughs on YouTube. So if you want to see the ending to Cloak and Dagger, so you can see the jet, you know,
Spoilers.
it only shows it for like
Yeah.
15 seconds or something, and then it goes back to the track screen. I think the game just ends right there. But
Like 35, 36 years, 37 years later.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah. Man, you couldn't
damn
wait
it.
till the
You ruined
40th
it.
anniversary. Yeah, exactly.
So people that have
Always
not
in such a
seen
hurry.
people that have not seen Cloak and Dagger, the spies put the plans to the secret jet, on an arcade cartridge, if I remember right. It was like a
Yeah.
Atari,
Like a
no,
52?
5200.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andrew just posted it there in
Mhm.
Yeah.
The
So
IRC.
the only way to get to the plans is you had to beat this game, which I
Yeah.
thought was pretty funny. So when
Yeah.
a spy is supposed to sit in his hotel room and play the fucking thing and say, "Oh, okay, I got to the
Sucked ass
plans."
at it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what if he
Four,
sucked? He'd be
4
there for
years
weeks.
later. Yeah.
Yeah.
Agent 54, you have not called in yet. I can't be level 70. Fuck.
Yeah.
Fired.
Right.
Bring me Richie Knuckles.
Yeah.
Call Richie Knuckles, Agent 77 or whatever. Anyway, yeah, so go check that on YouTube. So there is a cool thing I saw recently on, I think it was Galloping Ghosts, I believe. Was it Galloping Ghosts? Oh, it's one of those. Someone did try to do a world record run on Bubble Bobble, and they did all the way. They got to the very end, level 100 with only 1/4, which is pretty impressive. That's a hard game to do that with on the higher levels. So go check that out. I'll find a link for that. But anyway, since we're all here, let's talk about, well, Dave left, but let's talk about the 1-up situation.
I like
Jim,
the
do you want to
situation.
talk? Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah,
And then
well,
I'll-
I originally saw it on Facebook from who are those guys? Arcade Repair Tips or whatever. The Southern whatever Tim.
Oh,
and,
okay.
what's the other John something or another. Tim and John, the Arcade Repairs Tips guys or whatever. They had posted a tweet from some guy saying, I saw this at, I can't remember what arcade it was, but it was one of
it's a
the
chain,
arcade
by
one
the
up.
way. That's a chain, yeah.
So it'd be like Dave and Buster's almost.
Yeah,
doing this.
it's very similar. That's pizza and games and shit like that. Yeah.
So they had there was a picture taken in an arcade of one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade 1-up. So the home use little
Right.
like subpar arcade cabinet of the 4-player Turtles, which is a tiny cabinet as it is, with card readers that they had retrofitted on there. So it's in an arcade. They're charging money for this home use only. Or
It's
you know,
50
designed for
cents
home
per
use
play per
That is
person.
50 cents. Yeah, that's a kicker.
Good God.
Now you want to hear the thing that's going to make your head explode? Get this. Inside is not a 1-up card though. It's the actual board.
Oh, really? Did you find that out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone's freaking out. Because,
So it's legit then.
So
I
is
mean,
that
it was
legal
somewhat-
though? Is
Yeah.
that legal? I guess it might be.
Why wouldn't
I
it
don't
be?
know.
It went
Yeah.
because it's the
They can put
original
it,
board.
they can put
They
it in
put
whatever
it in-
cabinet they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shitty choice, but
Yeah.
It's that
But
quote
here's-
unquote conversion
Yeah.
game, right?
But you know what? People are gonna like be doing that all over the
That
place
board's
now.
worth more than that whole
Goodbye,
fucking cabinet.
Yeah, that board is gonna be skyrocket now because now you've got a kit that you can make a shitty that will only last a few weeks. But so what? You'll just buy another kit.
So they'll do it with
Time to sell
Pac-Man
mine.
and Galaga and all that, you know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is it the
So-
prices for boards weren't crazy enough? Now they're gonna be
Yeah.
stuffing them in
All
those.
right,
things.
I'm gonna
Now
have
they
to
can put
rethink
them in a
that.
1-up.
I just don't see that machine lasting very long
No.
in a commercial environment.
Yeah.
I mean,
Commercial
Beat the
environment,
fuck.
you
Yeah.
see
It's
what
gonna fall
what
apart.
happens to them at Walmart and Costco and
Yeah.
stuff, and
The
you know,
buttons
Oh,
are like
yeah.
mashed through
Well,
the
50
joysticks.
Oh my
50
God.
fucking cents. People that aren't used to that, they're gonna be like just a little shake of the cabinet, the thing's gonna tip over.
yeah.
I'd be lethal
Maybe
on
they
one
have
of
like a
those.
200-pound weight in the base
You have
or
to-
something.
yeah, cinder
Bolted to
blocks
the
at the
floor.
bottom. Yeah,
Yeah.
bolted
much-
to the floor. There you go.
How much is the Ninja Turtles one, the 4-player, the one-up one? Is it 400 or 500 or something?
450, 500 probably.
Okay.
That's about the same price as the
Yeah,
well,
I
what
would
the
guess
board was going
400-ish.
for. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I after you posted that, I was like, Crafty Mech and I were kind of going back and forth on the chat with it, and so I just like Googled it, and there was a Reddit thread where someone posts that, and
it's exploding all over all the
there's
different
like-
arcade groups on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
there was like 90 plus replies on the Reddit, and people are saying like you can't do that, that's illegal.
Yep.
You
And then
know?
they've already contacted Raw Thrills and everything.
But if you think about it, it's
That's
not the
what I
same
was
game
wondering
as the Raw
about, yeah.
Thrills, though, right?
It's
Well,
But
because
it-
they have the license for the Ninja Turtles, that's why. So,
But
right?
it's a different
Yeah.
game, though, right?
It,
I mean,
yeah.
it's a different game, but it's the same style. It's 4-player beat 'em up.
yeah.
Just different
How is-
enemies and
How is it
different graphics.
confirmed that that's a legit original board?
I put a post in there saying I want to know how they hooked up the card readers to the 1-up, because somebody asked, does the 1-up have set up for JAMA or for like to do single, to
Right.
do
point up.
They
Turn it
don't.
off,
It's
free
this
play.
little teeny board with one outport thing. So
Couldn't they just interrupt the signal between the card reader and the player start button though?
That's what they were saying on Reddit that I saw, that they could bypass that.
So if there's some
do
way
that.
to hold that, to basically hold that switch open so you can't close it until after
Someone
the
needs to
card
take a
reader's
video
activated.
of playing it.
Well, I that's what I said. I said I want to know how they set that up with the card reader. And the guy goes, the guy at the arcade that's at told me that he put in the Ninja
Okay,
Turtles
oh,
board.
so
That'd be a
actually
fucking pain in the
confirmed.
ass. Like you buy
That's
this
what he
1-up
said.
and then you
Yeah.
I know.
rewire the whole
But
fucking
this-
thing and
this
then put
isn't
a
the
board in,
first-
you
Yeah, this
What a
isn't the first
stupid
one to
thing to
pop
do.
up though. This is like one
Really?
of many because it
Wow.
popped up all over my arcade feeds at different locations. And somebody says, "Oh, this is the second one I've seen."
if they have the brains to rewire the cabinet and put an original board in there, don't they have the smarts to get a real legit cabinet instead of
Yeah.
this piece of shit and spend $400 and some dollars on
So
it?
I have a coworker that went
Probably
to
cheap, yeah.
Japan like a month or so ago, and he was
Yeah,
at a
that wasn't ready.
restaurant, and there was like 3 or 4. Yeah, la cucaracha.
there we go.
So he was at the restaurant, and he took a picture, and he's like, "Hey, check this out!" And there was like 3 or 4 of the 1-ups in the background, but they were just like free to play, just like in the lounge as you're waiting to be seated.
Play at your own risk.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
Yeah.
kind of an interesting topic, but I guess the bottom line is like it's licensing, right? And what I read on Reddit was like they were all, well, it's not even between the manufacturer and the arcade owner. It's from the licensor and the AMAA or whoever that is, the sanctioned body that allows for arcades to be used in commercial use, something like that.
But that's different per state,
it-
though, right?
Yes,
That's not
and-
like a federal
but it's like
organization.
it's almost like what they care mostly about is that you have you're tracking the income from the machine, and the taxes are going to the state that they want. It's like they could give a shit about what your game is or whatever, like, because somebody else said something like, well, think about all the old games. I mean, there's no money being generated back to Konami from an old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that was built 30 years ago,
Yeah.
So what's the difference between that and this? It's really just the taxes for the licensing of having a game that's creating income in that state, right? That's just the way I took it from the.
And that's why
Well,
some people
makes
go the
sense.
route of like having a museum and just pay an entry fee to get in.
Right.
So you don't have to deal with all that.
and that
Mickey
kind of
Mouse
ties into my
bullshit.
other point was like, there's a arcade in Florida I follow on Instagram. It's like Arcade Monsters, I think is what they call themselves.
Mm.
And they got it's a pretty awesome arcade, and like tons of young people going there. It's like a big party and all that. But they have like console games set up. They have a projector.
Yeah.
They have regular games, and they have modern games too. But they'll have a projector set up, and it's just console game people are playing. They had to have paid to get in there to play that, I think, right? I mean, I don't know. It seems like that their format is a pay by the hour or pay by the day kind of thing, you know. So essentially, they are paying to play the game, but it's not a coining game, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely the
Yeah.
same exact thing, really, basically, because
Yeah.
all those arcade one-ups are is basically home consoles.
Yeah. But I guess then
Your
in someone
taxes wouldn't
else's-
be an issue because I assume that the card readers probably track.
It's just income from
everything.
the
So they'd have
the
to pay
retail
for- yeah.
environment, whatever, you know. Yeah, they don't care what the item is. It's like as long as you're tracking the income, and well, I'm sure they care to a certain extent, but it's not
Yeah.
porn movies, you know.
Or weed.
Yeah.
It's your taxes.
Yeah.
Track that weed.
It's
Yeah.
weird though. I mean, the consoles, like you could get away with kind of like a museum take on that, because if you're talking about a console,
have
that's,
to,
you know,
yeah.
that's older, then it's like,
Then you
yeah,
pay for that. Did
But-
you ever see those things when in the 90s where you'd pay money to go in to play a console thing and it would be on TV and it was on a timer and you could play it for a certain amount of time and then the TV
Yeah.
would just go
Yeah.
bloop.
Well, I mean,
you're also
that was
describing the
based-
play choice.
exactly.
Yeah, it's a lot like that, but the person in there the ran the place would had things on timers.
And then,
yeah.
like the other example is, it was licensed by Exity. It's called a Max Flex system. Like I missed out on a couple of those games over the years, but it's a Atari 600 XL under the hood, and it's a cartridge game. And they had like 5 or 6 games. Like Boulder Dash was one of them. I don't remember the other ones, but it's basically they put it on a timer. I think that's all it is, just like the Play Choice. It's you look inside the machine. It's fully a home console game, Atari 20 or 600 XL, the one with the keyboard on it.
Mhm.
And they just had it somehow
Yeah.
hooked up with a timer, so you put your quarter in, and it gives you 3 minutes or whatever it was.
That's similar to what
Yeah.
me and Andrew were talking about last week with the hotel thing, where you'd be paying
Right.
for like by the hour or whatever, and then
Right.
Okay.
charge to your room.
Where there's no console in your room, it's just a joystick or a game.
Uh-huh.
pad.
Yep,
And you just
gamepad
plug it into the
hardwired to the TV.
Yeah,
Yep.
Oh, interesting.
it keeps people from stealing the games.
Yep. I remember
Yeah.
Super Nintendo doing that with
Totally.
that. Yeah, but it was weird. It was like an opera. It wasn't like a legit.
Yeah,
Some weird janky.
yeah.
Other
I
third
worked at
party.
Embassy Suites back in my late teens, and yeah, I remember staying in the hotel room there because I got a great discount, and yeah, they had those.
Yeah.
In the room, it was just like, oh, well, it's Super Nintendo.
Yeah,
You can play Street Fighter.
yeah. What I remember playing Blackthorn and like Super Punch Out or something like that. Yeah.
When I was talking to Zyla when at Grinkers when she was hanging out, she was telling me that the high school kids, once they pay to get in, most all of them go to the remember that room where we were calling out the prizes that had the couches and the
Yeah.
consoles? That's
Yeah,
where
the
all the
consoles, yeah.
teenagers go. She said they all like to hang out there and they love playing Genesis and Super Nintendo. That was like their favorite thing.
It's like, you guys realize you can do this at home, right?
Yeah, I
You know?
know.
Yeah, but their
And
parents
it's
are there.
free.
Yeah,
the parents are there.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
sit there getting all
True.
rowdy, cussing and whatever. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, and especially that couch environment. There's, something about a nice comfy
Cozy couch. Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly. Like you, as opposed to standing at games.
Yes.
Yeah, true. But yeah, she said that's the popular area for the teens. It's like, oh, that's interesting. But,
Oh fuck! No wonder it cooled off in here so quickly. I cracked open the balcony about this far, and it's 12 degrees outside.
Oh,
Oh my
Jesus.
God, that's cold.
But
We're
it
having a cold
felt
snap
great.
here, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
how,
it's
how are your
cold
nipples
right
there,
now.
Jim?
yeah.
Mm.
And I got the heater behind
Soft
you. You
yet.
that bright, see that brightness right there? That's not God. That's a heater.
We
You're
thought that
so
was part
divine.
of St.
I
Mark's
thought I
house
was
of arcade
cold.
worship.
I thought I was cold at 45 degrees. You
Yeah,
know?
I know.
I've had the heater going for like an
Yeah, I
hour
know. Then he
before
goes,
coming out here.
Oh my
Lately, it seems like
God.
we have about a 30-degree difference between us.
your poor
Uh-huh.
balls.
Poor little scrotum.
They're cuddling up to your liver now.
Yes.
Yeah, going up
That's
inside
unfair.
you.
Fahrenheit.
29 up in Canada. Or is that a
Wow.
metric 29 or what?
No, that's Fahrenheit. That's Fahrenheit.
All right, there we go.
Well, it's 18
Dave from
here, so
Upload,
Jim's got me
32.
beat, but it's still pretty fucking cold here.
All
Yeah.
right, and I'm at.
You got me beat.
I'm
You're
cold.
actually
This is-
colder over
This
there.
is
Yeah,
the
we're
excitement
pretty-
of the show.
yeah,
what temperature is it?
I
where
know,
you're
right?
at?
Yeah,
You win.
this is-
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
We
the
had
Weather
an
Channel.
We
Oh,
had
wait.
an amazing.
Speaking of aging, here
Nope,
we
I
are
got-
talking about the weather.
I know. Yeah.
Oh damn!
I got you.
Oh,
beat,
there's some
Tim.
snow.
Yeah.
My
Oh.
knees had it.
Wait, what is this? You just divided your number in half there, and
You went to Celsius. No.
No. High
Where's
today was
Orange waiting
17.
for
That's
us to get
not
whipped
Celsius.
right now?
Ah,
It's
okay.
probably like
Ah,
would get whipped,
nice. Yeah, exactly.
I actually
is it black that's hot and white neutral on power with the ground the neutral and hot? I think black is hot, right?
White is neutral, black is hot,
Yeah.
green
that's what I
green
thought.
or bare copper is ground,
Is ground,
and red is additional hot, and blue is also hot.
and
Hmm.
purple is
and
Canadian.
and Andrew is also
Yes.
hot.
Purple is chance.
Purple is chance.
You're taking your chances on what
With a
which fire
chance of
goes
chance.
first.
See what you did there.
Uh,
I have
So,
to say,
oh, go ahead.
just on the purple, sorry, totally off topic, except for the purple, we had such an incredible sunset tonight. It was like so vibrant with like oranges and peach colors, that it actually reflecting on the water made the ocean look like it was purple. It looked like a lavender.
Wow.
It was I've never seen it like that before. It was
Oh, I live by
right by the
ocean. I'm so cool, right?
but it's colder. Look,
Yeah.
I'm colder than you are.
Yes. So, Dave from Buffalo, did you catch the, speaking of Orange Trip, did you catch the new Coin Radiox podcast they put out yesterday?
I didn't finish it.
I finished listening to it on the way home today. So they did a shout out to Orange Whip.
Oh, they did? I didn't finish it.
Hey.
He hooked up, I can't remember. I can't remember which one it was. I think he's one of the ones, not Jordan, the other one that's been to Grinkers. I can't remember. his name
Brian.
right. Brian. I think it was Brian. So he knew Brian was looking for what's the old 70s space machine. You know, that John's Arcade has the yellow one. What's it called? Computer Space.
Computer space.
Oh,
That
there you
he'd
go.
been looking for
Computer
a computer space for years, and I guess Orange Whip found one for him and hooked him up with it. So
Damn.
he just recently got I think he said it's a glitter red.
Oh, thanks. I have 37 minutes left.
Oh, I spoiled your.
Dead. I was like, I didn't hear that today. Wow, you got a computer.
Nice.
Oh,
Good on Brad.
Gleekbot
Yeah.
says it's 52 degrees. Mine says 50. So it's pretty close. Amazing how technology's so close.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right then.
Riveting. Anyway,
Well, speaking of the arcade one-ups, you guys see the episode on Broken on Netflix talking about cheap furniture falling over and killing kids?
no.
Uh-uh.
Awful.
Just seems like a
So-
potential risk for having in your
Yes.
arcade.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Wow.
for sure.
During an earthquake, maybe, but
Well, no. It's I think
Because they climb on it.
yeah. Well,
Bolt it down, right,
pull out
Gak?
pull out the drawers. And then,
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta
oh, that. Yeah, that's been
Yeah.
going on for years.
Yeah,
Kids
yeah.
do that.
There's a 3/4-inch lag bolt holding my niece's changing station to the wall right now.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
I
great.
know it's overkill, but it's what we had on hand. It's either that or a pitcher hook.
My all right, so my older son Seth, I was at work working a swing shift, and my wife calls me up freaking out. He was like 5 or 6 years old, and she's like, I have to take him to the emergency room right now. Like he pulled the TV on top of himself. I'm like, what? So like an old big wooden console.
Oh,
We had a 27-inch TV in there, and he thought it was funny to just like try to climb up on it like it was a toy. My wife was in the kitchen doing something. He's around 5 or 6 years old, and he goes up, and the whole TV and everything came down on him, and like hit him in the face, right? So I get to the emergency room, and you could see his teeth through the skin between his nose and front and his top lip.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
It
God.
totally tore the skin open. You could see his teeth through there. Oh shit! But it wasn't bleeding, and so like the freaking doctors took forever. And like he was crying, and then he fell asleep.
Yeah.
And then I'm there for like 2+ hours, and then finally they show up and they're like, okay, you probably want to wake him up because it's gonna hurt. And I'm like, great. They basically put like super glue stuff on it. But man, he was just screaming. I'm like,
Yep,
oof.
that is a skin adhesive.
Yeah.
At least at 5, I'm sure he didn't use too too many swear words when that was happening.
My
He-
God.
I
I
was
was a
12
little
and
worried
I
about it
swore.
having a bad scar, but you can barely see it now. But it was like, oh man, he's gonna have like this crazy kind of scar on his upper lip. But no, it's yeah. Anyways,
Damn.
Oh,
I'm like, you never think about that. I'm like, it was inside the cabinet. It was huge too. You know, like how the hell are you gonna pull that over yourself? You know?
oh, ow.
Yep.
He's gonna have a scar there for sure, though.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
And his mustache is gonna have like a gap in it.
right.
Dad, how come I can't grow anything here?
yeah.
Wait, I got.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, you guys.
Yeah.
It's all suddenly has a droopy eye for some reason.
Yeah. He's only one on the planet got a cleft palate after he was born.
Yes. That was a little bit. That was the thought that was
You
going
gotta
on
explain
there.
that one to Operation Smile.
Yeah.
Dad, my lip. What happened, Dad?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
God. Awful. Jeez.
Good news is the TV muffled the screaming until your wife got it off of him.
Come on, you guys got to have. Well, who? Carrie and Dave, you got kids. Mock, you got
Yeah, I
any
have a
scary
kid.
stories?
God, not yet.
I don't want to sound stereotypical, but I have a girl.
I had a
I think
girl
we don't-
too, but she
Yeah, I don't
only
think-
had allergies that made her face get poofy once. But then she grew out of the allergies, so she's fine. But
So
nothing where she fell and something really bad happened.
So my younger son Luke, he was probably maybe 8 or 9 years old, maybe 10. Baseball, right? Playing little
10.
league baseball, and
Oh, no.
he's up to bat, right? And I'm standing kind of behind the chain link fence or whatever, and he goes to hit the ball, and the ball ricocheted and hit him like right in the face, like right in the front of his mouth, and he just kind of goes down on the ground on his knees. He wasn't crying or anything. And then the coach like runs up to him, and I'm like 15 feet away from him, but there's a chain link fence between me and him. And the coach comes running over me. He's like, Chris, he's like, I don't know what to do here. And he holds his hand out, and his freaking front tooth was in his hand. He knocked his adult front tooth out.
Oh,
no.
Yeah. And I'm like, shit, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Like freaking out.
Yeah.
And there was another team playing on the next field over, and the dad was like a oral surgeon or some shit. It was so crazy.
Oh, nice.
He's like, all right, my office is like 2 blocks from here. He's like, let's go right now. This is like on a Saturday at like 2 p.m.
Oh wow.
So we go over there, and like he had me put on the gloves and everything. I was his assistant. He like surgically did all the shit and put it back in there. And I was like, holy shit, man. And I'm like, how do we even handle insurance with this? And he's like, don't worry about it. He's like, this happens. I'm a dad, baseball, don't worry about it. It's free. I'm like, holy
Oh,
shit.
wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. So he got an award that year for coach of the year or whatever, something like
I
that.
didn't know you could do that. You could put a tooth back in that's been knocked out.
Yeah.
I thought it was done
say
after that.
Well, it
Oh,
is.
really cool.
The nerve
It is
gets
kind of deadish.
Yeah.
You can tell it's discolored. And he said eventually it may have to come out. But it's still fine. I mean, it's been probably 6, 8
the same
years
thing. I have the same thing here. The two teeth here where the gap is. That was the result of a. Here come the Canada jokes. A hockey puck.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Is that
Could
why
there
so many
be
people
any
in
more-
Canada are missing teeth?
No.
Like rugby in Australia.
Everybody
If they're a
plays hockey.
If they're a hockey player,
Oh,
yes.
hockey.
Yeah, see, Gak, my son's only.
Did I say Australia? I meant Canada.
Your kid's only what?
My son is 7. My
Okay.
daughter's 12. So now I'm
Well,
like,
all right.
you
You got some fun times ahead.
I don't think he's doing anymore, but the baseball and the hockey shit he's doing now. But they've got helmets, now. So
Oh, I forgot to
We-
even finish the story.
We
So
didn't have face guards. We just had the
Yeah.
cranium protection.
So here's the thing. It happened like in the first inning. We made it back to the field before the 4th inning, the last inning or whatever that was. And like all his teammates are all cheering him, like, no way, he came back already. Like,
He's all smiling.
all cheering him, like, holy shit. It was just the whole circumstance because it was only a couple blocks away.
Did he go back and play?
I don't think so. I don't think they
Oh,
let him.
man,
But I did get him I had to get him a full face helmet for the rest of the season.
I had to get him a
Like-
full face.
Yeah.
You should have bought that
Face
before
off.
the
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
Seriously, kids, wear your helmets, and if it's sport involving something that could hit you in the face, mouth
Yeah.
guard.
Yeah.
Or like a what's the football thing there for the teeth?
Mouth guard.
No, there we go.
Yeah.
And if you're a guy,
Nice one, Andrew.
You know that guard thing for your mouth. A mouth guard. Yeah.
that's only my third beer. Not
What's
bad.
Jim doing? What's Jim doing over there?
Look at
Why
the
are you with
arcade.
myself?
Look at the arcade
Yeah.
scores that Satanic Bot posted.
I'm
Look
just
at Necros at 533. What the fuck? Wow.
He doesn't leave chat. He just leaves it open all day and at work and just goes stop bang.
Oh,
And that was
Stop
after
wow.
Gleek
Stop
reset
bang.
that thing at the beginning of the year because he had over like 3,000 before.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What do I got?
I
got
don't even have
8.
I don't even have one in there.
You got to shoot.
Yoedi says
I gotta
chick
use my same
cars.
name. I probably yeah. Oh well. Ugh. Anyway, anybody have any arcade news before we talk about our Thursday night
sex.
thing?
Oh, what?
I spent about a half hour taking the bonus play field off the back glass of Gold Rush, and holy God, is that thing dirty? And there's about 50 screws that hold that thing together, and it's going to be a bitch to put it back together because you have to line.
It's the old school reels, right?
Oh, no, I haven't started on the reels. This is just the bonus play field. So I took the glass off, and there's about 10 screws. There's 3 lanes that come down, but each lane has each divider has 3 screws, but you can't hold the screw and line it through at the same time because the plate is like this. So you have to do this, but the screws are just long enough to do it. So they obviously had a jig at the factory when they put it together. So that's going to be a nightmare. So this room's getting shampooed this weekend. So all this lovely computer crap is going down there for most of all of Sunday and probably next week's show. And that's going to be my side project.
All that mess from your reel doll, huh? That you got to shampoo the carpet.
Yes, Gleek, did that arrive yet, by the way? I heard you ordered the same model I did.
By the way, I don't know why I had this sick thought earlier, but I'm going to share it.
Go
So
for it.
you guys have seen those edited porn shots where a girl's it looks like she's about to take a bite of a donut or something, but it's actually she's about to take a load from some guy's cock or something. You seen those ones where they photo edit those? Right?
Oh, they cut it, yeah, real quick.
Yeah. It's just to make it fun. It's like safe for work porn kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
They should do stuff like
Start
that.
a new
with,
channel.
I know I like that safe for work porn.
Yeah. They should do that with
Does that exist?
we need to get some
It
people
does
to do
on
that.
Slack.
We need to get some people to do that with arcade games. Girls just aggressively holding the joystick, or or some guys leaned over in front of the machine, or I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I had that thought earlier, but I thought I'd share it.
Because you're a dirty old man and we respect you for it.
Yeah. Yeah. The best one is the one with the pouring Skittles in the chick's mouth.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
The guy's coming, but the Skittles are shooting out.
Right.
Oh, no.
Not Carrie.
Taste the rainbow.
It's yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's a wedding.
it.
It's a wedding couple, and they're going to consummate the marriage, and he throws her on the bed, and I think she's giving a blowjob or something. I forget, but he pushes her back because he's going to blow his load. He's doing this with his hand, and then they show Skittles shooting out, and they go all over the face. Does anybody have the link to that posted in
I just asked for it.
Oh, okay.
I'm just going through
It's not an
today.
old ad. It came out early internets, like
Rainbow.
90s or something that came out.
It's like 4 frames a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has the resolution of a potato, and
56K Mortem style.
yeah.
We're just
I
going
think
through
it was-
Mock's
I
photos.
swear it was a viral Skittles ad, though. It's what it feels like. It feels legit.
That kind of sounds like Super Bowl.
Yeah, I was thinking
they-
of the jeans commercials where they're all grabbing each other's butts and they're like, boo, boo, boo. It was like a Levi's jeans commercial. It's just all groping asses that are wearing these jeans. That was from like early or mid 90s, I want to say.
Yeah.
Oh, the shitty thing is I can watch the Super Bowl on a whole bunch of stations up here. But when the commercial breaks cut in, it's not the Super Bowl commercials that you guys get. It's the crap that our local stations broadcast. So like I was watching
bummer.
it on
Some shitty local car
Fox-
dealership.
yeah.
Hey, come on down and buy your
Yeah.
motor here. Hey.
they still have to pay a fortune for it, but they're not as good quality ads.
It's just all A.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
So
That was my best
stereotypical.
Canadian
Yeah,
impersonation.
exactly.
Like Morse code. Just
Yeah.
hey.
You got-
It's kind
I'm
of
sorry,
in
but the font
hosers.
started it.
Yeah.
But like we get our feed, or our CTV gets their feed from Fox Detroit, and as soon as the commercials cut, you can see that a commercial starts, and then someone hits the button and it splices over to our crap commercials, and then it cuts back in when the game starts again. It's like, why watch it for the commercials if we're not going to get the commercials that we want to see? So then I have to wait the next day on YouTube, and then, oh look, here's all the commercials I missed.
Yeah. So I posted.
Posted
Someone
the
posted
Skittles
a
commercial.
SWF, but I put the YouTube version of it.
Yeah.
So,
What
so
is that? Is that Kip from fucking Napoleon Dynamite?
It looks like him. I don't think
That
it's him,
girl.
though.
No, I know it's not the actor, but
Yeah.
Jesus.
So Gak or Carrie, check that out. The YouTube link I posted in the chat, or in the IRC chat. I put him in our chat too. It's only like a minute.
Yes, I did. I just watched it. That was funny.
Leopard skin everywhere.
It's pretty funny, right? So that looks like a legit ad, though, right? Doesn't it look like a viral ad?
Yep.
It's like a viral ad. They're like, we don't care. It'll get people talking about our candy.
Right.
I don't think the censors
Yeah, no
would
press
approve
no
that
press is
though.
bad press.
No, it didn't go on TV. This is when the internet was like young, and YouTube didn't have
the internet
standards,
commercial.
and yeah, they just threw it on the internet, going, it's the internet. Fuck it. Probably helped them. In fact, I want Skittles right now.
I
I want the whole bag.
I want to throw them in my face.
say, how do you want them delivered? Jesus.
I'm gonna throw them at Patty's face.
Oh, I'm sorry, but that would really hurt passing a whole bag of Skittles. I'm sorry. That's
the
a
better
small
one, Mock,
food.
would be like the fruit roll up hanging in your face, like
Rolled up, just slapping you a little bit.
My wife's like, why are you buying the big bag of Skittles in bulk? I'm gonna throw them in your face.
Because they haven't loved me in 3 months. There's some backup.
Yeah.
Much.
What did you guys think of the Super Bowl commercials? Any favorites?
I watched a lot of them.
Hold on, no spoilers.
Oh,
No spoilers.
Seabart's going
Commercial
underground.
spoilers.
You haven't seen them?
Andrew, did you
I
say
don't
yay
get
sports?
the good ones.
Well,
I didn't.
when
I
are
was
you
actually
gonna
driving
watch
back
them?
from the mountains when the Super Bowl was happening, so
okay. I didn't watch the game either. I was working on the memorial video for the services that are happening this Friday. So yeah, I didn't watch the game, but I did today watch them on YouTube, so I could get caught up.
The
At least so
Aquaman
people.
one I thought was pretty funny.
Yeah.
That was a
I
fun
saw
one.
that. That was kind of creepy in a way.
Yes.
Yeah, totally. But it was awesome.
That was funny. I like that one.
Was what's the Marvel movie? Captain America. It's kind of like the reverse of that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So
Yeah.
Andrew, what they're talking about is, the actor that plays Aquaman in the movies.
Over here,
So
you're Steve Barton.
he's this big buff, like alpha male, big muscular guy. As soon as he walks in the door, he goes, and then like he unzips his shirt and he takes off this fake chest.
I did see
And his
that. Yeah, where he was
arms.
all skinny. Yeah.
He's super skinny, like,
And he
like
takes off
sausage
his
arms.
wig, so he has
He's like
like, a big
bald.
forward.
Yeah. He's ballsy just to do that,
Yeah,
It's
that's awesome.
like,
Good sense of
but
humor.
it's so funny, It's like, oh, that's great that he has a sense of humor to do
Yeah.
that. He was
And
one of
then
my
it-
favorite. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and then he's like bench pressing just the bar.
He's like,
Take
He
it,
can't
take
get
it.
up. And his wife in real life is like grabs it with one arm or one hand,
Yeah,
just lifts it up. Oh gosh.
He's like, spot me. Spot me. Yeah.
Take it, take it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
You know
Yeah.
what? We did get some of those. You guys get the one where the Groundhog's Day
there we
one?
go.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
Good.
That was a good one, too.
That was awesome.
My coworkers won't stop talking about, hey, why don't you park the car or whatever.
Oh
that one.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Too much.
Okay, maybe we did get some of the
What's that
American ones.
Yeah.
yeah, you got all the
Right.
shitty ones.
We got the ones that they only paid $4 million for the 30-second spot.
Although,
Mhm.
were there really that many amazing ones? Like usually it's
Yeah.
a small percentage.
Mhm.
Just hope for like, yeah, that was a good one, and I saw it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you weren't in the bathroom
Normally
or
the big
getting a
bigger
beer at the
companies will have
bar. Or...
really well done ones like Coke and Pepsi or Campbell's Soup or something, because they'll have like the really big ones. The big companies will have the huge ones, where smaller ones just won't.
Yeah, like the Budweisers and the
Yeah.
M&Ms and the
Mhm.
Doritos and all those big.
Campbell's soup.
You
they have
don't
one?
you don't know that the entire North America is controlled by 3 major companies, and one of them is Campbell's Soup. Oh, hold on, you guys don't get corner gas. Hold on, it's a TV show. One sec.
All right, we need a translation here.
Yeah. Sound like you
Working
said
on
corn
it.
gas.
Translation.
Working on it.
I got
Where's
it.
our
It's right here.
There's our C-bar translator.
Read between the lines, Kimbo.
The translator said C-Bart just said fuck off.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Is that accurate? All right.
Hold on.
Translator.
I got it. It's right here.
Nice.
That's a wet one.
Yeah, it was a wet one.
That was like a Dave from Buffalo one.
Hey, I've never heard it.
Oh, man.
One time you shart and have to throw out your
God, you
shorts
shit your
once.
pants once and
You
you're
never
a shit
but we,
pants shitter for
but
life.
we love you for the fact that you had to share it because it's such a great
I'm
story.
pretty
That's
sure I
what
heard a
makes it
little
so
blood
awesome.
spraying in that.
Oh.
All right, too far. Shout out to pants, right?
Shout out to pants.
No,
The
chance.
chance.
Oh, chance. I thought he said
Yeah.
pants.
Shout out the
Yeah.
pants.
Oh my God.
Like that dude kissing while he's getting arrested. Shout out his pants.
Oh God, that was
Yeah.
creepy. Forgot about that. Holy fuck. Must have watched that like 8 times in a row because I couldn't believe it what was happening.
What's that?
The dude that's
that
getting
like
arrested.
pissed a fountain like it was like almost
Oh, a
in
long
his face.
yeah,
time
that's
ago.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Have you seen
Can't
that
cut-
viral video going around lately with the guy just barfing constantly at the game? He's
Yes.
fat. He's like, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
and barf's just rolling,
Yes,
Down his
and it
chest.
just won't stop.
and everybody
Ah.
starts to separate. This is at like a ball game or something.
I
He's
think
like,
baseball,
"Blah."
yeah.
You guys haven't seen that one?
I've seen it. Yeah.
No.
I'll watch it before you meet dinner.
Yeah.
See if I can find that.
I like the little giggle at the end that he does. Wonder how many takes that took. Well, it was fun, everyone.
And that was our show.
Right.
I don't see it. It's not up on my usual things. But anyway, yeah, it's been going around lately on Instagram. My daughter's like, Dad, have you seen the? And my wife's all, did you see that? Yeah, I seen it.
Yes.
I don't want to see it again. It's chunky and awful.
Oh God.
You can see like he's been eating hot dogs and stuff at the
Oh,
game. It's like really bad. It's really bad. It's like lava.
Here come the nachos.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
What's funny is like he's holding his mouth too, like this, so it's just running down like a stream. But why don't you get up and go to the bathroom? He doesn't want to get up. He's like, I'm just gonna wait this out.
Yeah.
Then I'll get up and clean myself up.
He's like, really? I don't think anybody can tell.
Oh.
Well, you can tell he's like trying to hold it. Like at
Yeah.
first he's like doing this, but then he just goes.
Yeah, his shirt's all right, show of hands. How many people drank too much to where they parfed all over themselves? All right,
Not on
we
myself.
I don't know myself, but I have barfed.
Not
Well, it's
on.
only two of us then.
In all fairness, it was into the wind. I never broke my stride, and the wind brought a part of it back on my jacket.
Oh.
Well, that wasn't the case for me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. In that
The best
case, no.
punk stories, Gak.
No.
I have
A
to
certain
say.
hotel room in Idaho.
Yeah.
Oh, that,
I like,
is that what clogged the
That's
toilet?
Oh,
No, that was you.
No.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Your whole
Yep.
face. No.
Yodi in chat says hot dog barf is the worst.
Oh my God.
Like this
Especially when they're
barf
boiled.
is the worst.
Yeah, hot dog burps are bad enough, but hot
Yes.
dogs
Oof,
are,
yeah.
oh, that'd be so bad.
Man.
Oh, that was a
Always
fun
an
dog. Yeah.
I remember when I was in God, I think I just turned 21 or I was 20. I forget. Me and my friend were having an argument who can drink more, like
Oh,
I can
no.
outdrink
That's a
you.
great
No,
one.
I can drink you. Yeah, one of those things, like a total whose dick is bigger kind of
Right,
yelling at each other.
Wow.
I go, I can outdrink you and all that. So we had a contest. We got like 2 cases of beer each.
Oh, at least it
And,
wasn't shots.
We had them
Yeah.
in coolers and stuff. And what we did to keep us motivated drinking was we watched Scarface, and every time you hear the word fuck, you got to take a good drink, like that.
All right.
So you're drunk halfway through the movie.
So we get to the end of the
Oh,
movie
no.
almost. It's right before he sniffs the coke and shoots everybody. Right, my friend's on the floor crawling.
Spoilers.
You won, fuck! Oh, he's all fucked up, and I'm still drinking. Yeah, I won. I'm like, it's just bragging rights, right? So we get through the movie. I barely remember. I think I almost picked a fight with a couple friends in the room. That was just they said my eyes were going
Let's
different
fight.
directions.
I love you, man.
It
Let's
is
fight.
like
I love you,
googly
like a
man.
eyes.
chameleon, the
Someone
chameleon.
hitting you picking a fight.
Just
And
a
I'm not
googly eye.
I'm a lover, not a fighter. But no,
Right.
my eyes are going different directions and shit. They said you were really fucked up. I go, I might not be able to kick your ass, but I'll hurt you. I said that to my bigger friend, right? So
My face is gonna bruise your knuckles.
Yeah.
Right?
yeah, exactly. So I barely remember like stumbling home. I only lived a few blocks away. It was near my friend's house. And I remember going,
and you were 21, right?
Yeah, I think I was
Okay.
21. I crashed
You
in
were
bed.
21.
I crashed and just passed out in bed, just right. And then all I remember is like in the morning, my mom knocking on my door like a bunch of times, but I didn't say a word. I'm just like, ugh. And the worst hangover ever. And she opens up the door and she goes, "Oh God!" And right in the perfectly center of the room was a pile of puke.
Oh, no.
I don't even remember doing it. I just remember sitting up a little bit, looking at her. Then I look at the barf and I look at her and I go, "Oh, I'll clean it up later."
Oh my God.
Get me the shop vac.
Went back to
Oh,
sleep.
it probably reeked in
Oh, I
there.
hope that's right. Hit her in the face, like, oh.
What were you eating during this drinking contest? Or
Oh.
were
I think
you?
we're drinking like cheap shit beer too, like
Oh,
Lucky
yeah.
Lager or something
What,
crappy.
what were you?
Because
What
we're
were you?
broke back then,
Yeah.
We're just like
Well,
buy
you're-
whatever.
You're,
it's
you're
cheap.
college kids, so yeah.
Ramen noodles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Ramen
that
noodles and
stinks.
cheap beer.
Oh.
Might have been
Oh.
Budweiser. I don't know. It was just cheap stuff,
Ow!
All right, so here's another drunken
Well, it's
barf
not. Wasn't
confession.
this?
So Mock, when I was in my early 20s, I had really long hair and out with a bunch of coworkers. Everybody's just like pounding drinks and we had pizza and stuff. And later that night, I'm just like, oh, I don't feel good. It's like barfing all over the place outside. And I get up the next morning and my hair is like all stuck together, all matted, from blowing. And my
I saw
nose
that.
my
Oh,
nose
I saw
was
that
like
coming.
burning. I was like, why is my nose burning? I'm like, I feel something there. And I blow my nose and there was like a chunk of pepperoni with pizza in my nostril.
You
Because I
barfed
was-
through your
I
nose.
was hurling so much. It was coming out through my nose too.
Oh no!
That's
Oh,
the
my
force
God.
when that food's like going through your nostrils. Too,
Yeah,
right?
it's all you got. Spicy pepperoni burning a hole in your nostril.
Yeah.
It was
Burning
just
a
your
hole through
nostril.
septum.
Yeah. Good times.
Never order the Supreme. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
How many drunken nights I burned my mouth on hot pizza?
Oh,
You know, it's like
Oh,
scalding.
yeah.
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 Oh yeah, your Ruth, your mouth's
Yeah.
all burnt up.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. Exactly. The
you're-
next day, it's
or
like all
you're horrific-
shreddy and
Yeah,
You're
oh,
horfing
hurt.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
hate that.
You're horfing it down. You bite your fucking tongue. Wake up in the morning. And go, wow.
Oh no.
So many times.
That's the fucking worst.
Man.
Oh.
Couldn't get it in fast enough. I was starving. It's fucking.
Yeah, I have the same problem here. And last time I checked, we're about the same size in the lower half. So, yeah, we eat fast, and you bite
Eat
things
fast.
like tongues or the lip.
you guys
ones.
comparing
That was
dicks?
awkward.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too.
Stomachs,
Yeah.
stomachs.
Right. I know. Went somewhere I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
Training you and Andrew too skinny. You need to eat more pizza.
I have another drunk story. It's I just
All right.
all right. If you guys don't mind, it doesn't.
Andrew,
yeah,
Andrew's
no.
sitting there trying to
I'm-
eat.
It doesn't involve barf. It
It's all
doesn't.
good.
I just remember from my college years, right? So I had friends that went to San Diego State. I was going to community college, but they were going to San Diego State, and they would invite me down because they partied. I thought I partied hard. These guys party hard. I mean, they just drink like crazy. So it was always fun going down there and visiting my
Superb
friends down
livers.
there. Like 3 or 4 of us would make the drive down there. We usually crash down there. Anyway, this is the first year that they're out of the dorms, so it wasn't like secret drinking, like don't, the hall monitor, they'll catch us, that kind of thing. Because you guys know about dorms where you're not supposed to be drinking in there if you're not 21, and there's a door
yeah.
monitor that will
RAs,
bust you.
yeah.
RAs, yeah. So this is the first year they got an apartment, and the apartment was just filled with partiers all around, right? And they would all like go to different rooms and in this apartment complex because everybody was a student at San Diego State there. So so I'm there. We're partying like crazy, and I think it was St. Patrick's Day, and it was like green beer, and people are barfing green.
Oh,
That's not the part of the story that's funny. So we're in one of the rooms, and the guy that's there, I didn't even know him. He's like, "Okay, my roommate, he's at work right now, and we got to keep this place clean because he gets so pissed because it's like we're always dirtying it up, and don't fuck with shit because he gets pissed." Like, yeah, nobody cares. So we're drinking, and I don't know, it sounds kind of gay, but it wasn't a gay thing. But we would do a dog pile thing where someone would be like the victim, and we would just take that person and throw them to the ground and go, "Dog pile on Doug," or whoever it is. And it'd be like, boom, 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 boom.
You missed the
And
part
we would-
where everyone strips down naked, though.
No, no baby
Nice.
oil.
I like
no
how he said this
naked.
isn't a gay
First
thing.
one to get a boner loses. Right?
You're out. Hey, 4
I
people
sense
have
a
their
chubby.
clothes on still.
That's
No
not your finger.
nakedness. Yeah, no poking.
Get
in
off my
holes.
leg. Yeah.
It was just a funny thing because the person on the bottom would have like a whole bunch of people on top
Yeah.
of him, and then we'd get off, and stuff. Anyway,
Because it's not gay.
yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no baby oil, nothing like that. So anyway, I'm sitting on the couch, and it's it's at the front of the house, front of the apartment, and somebody sitting next to me, this college guy, I didn't even know him. He just goes, "Dog pile!" He jumps on me on the couch, and then all of a sudden, a whole bunch of people start stacking. But I'm on the couch, so we're already a few feet up off the
Oh.
ground. It stacks up, I'm not kidding, almost to the ceiling. People had to climb the pile
Oh my
and
God.
to get on the ceiling, and it starts teetering
No
like
broken
this
ribs.
Oh,
of
shit.
people. It's doing this, and then it goes forward like that, and it goes out the window, and 2 people go out the window.
And here's the kicker: the guy on the bottom died, and we buried him in the
I was the
backyard.
guy at the bottom.
Yeah.
I was the guy with the
My
heart
ribs
on.
felt my ribs felt like they were being crushed, like they're gonna crack
Yeah.
any minute or something.
Yeah.
But thank God it fell over. But I heard the crash, and I hear some guy in the background go, "Oh shit! Oh my god! Oh my god! My roommate's coming home in an hour. He's gonna fucking kill me, you fuckers!" So anyway, we dust ourselves off, and we keep going. I'm telling you, the party's there. We just keep partying, just keep partying. Get people jump in the pool. We come back to the room, whatever. Anyway, an hour or so goes by, and I've forgotten all about the roommate. Anyway, I'm like sitting in a chair, like drinking a beer, and I all of a sudden hear my friend goes, "Oh, do you want to have a smoke?" This is back when I used to smoke. We go out and smoke a cigarette, and as I'm smoking, I see a guy walk up, and he sees the glass. He goes, "Who the fuck broke my window? What the fuck?" It's the roommate, and he's gotten home, and he starts yelling at everybody, "God damn it, get the fuck out of here!" And it's no big because everyone's partying, so we just move it to the next room.
Yeah.
He was just yelling, and since it's not your place, you don't care.
Oh, that makes me think of a story
You
of
don't
my
know
buddy's
them.
my buddy's dog. Actually, that's makes but because you're the roommate being so pissed off. So when I was in like probably sixth grade, I was over at my buddy, Kevin's house, and he had two older brothers that were quite a bit older. The big gaps between him and his siblings, and his brother had first off, they had this little tiny dog, like a little wiener dog. I forget the dog's name. But I don't know. We got in our heads that we just kept feeding the dog like human food, And so like we're like, oh, here, have some breakfast sausages. Oh, here, have some cheese and this and that. And the dog's just loving it. We're like, this is fun, Well, the dog goes into his brother's. His brother wasn't home, and we were playing like Nintendo or something like that. And as his brother eventually gets home, but we didn't really think anything of it. We didn't hear anything, and all of a sudden, what the fuck did you guys do? And Kevin looks at me with like these big, huge eyes.
Oh no!
The dog puked all over his brother's super nice leather jacket.
Oh no!
Like chunks of sausage and cheese and all this shit that we fed him. It was just we completely forgot about it, and it's just like I'll never forget that. So damn funny. His brother was probably 10 years older than him, so like he was shitting bricks. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Whoops.
Anyways, but we weren't drunk. We didn't drink.
Yeah.
No.
The dog didn't either. Yeah. No.
Oh man. Got a bunch of party stories.
Oh my god. Yeah, we could probably talk all night about that.
Yeah.
I got one more if you want to hear it. This was a short one, but I remember it was a group of my friends. Not gay, yeah. Group of my friends, and my friend goes, "Oh, my friend Chris has a place we can hang out at. We can party over there." and we go, okay. So it's like I think it was like 6 or 7 of us or something. We were in a couple cars, 2 or 3 cars. And we drive to this apartment complex, and we go, okay, where's your friend's place? He goes, it's right up here. So we go up the stairs. It's on an upper floor of this really shitty apartment complex. It's on the upper floor, and it's just a dive. Anyway, we go into the room, and we knock on the door, and nobody answers. And we knock on the door, and he goes, God, he's here. I just talked to him on the phone. This is back when we didn't have cell phones, right? So you call first on a hard line. Hello, we're coming over. And my friend, when he called him, he said, yeah, I'm coming home from work. I'll be there. I'm there. He just come on over. So we go over there, and we knock on the door. He doesn't answer. He's all, what the fuck? I just talked to him on the phone. So we open the door. We go in, and my friend's all, Chris, where are you, Chris? And everybody starts spreading out, into the apartment. And some people go to the kitchen, and they start raiding his refrigerator, and they're eating his food. Another person opens up his cabinets, and they find Oreos, and they're all eating them. And we see that Chris is in the bathroom taking a shit, right? The door's closed. And we're like, oh, he's taking a shit. So then my other friend, Josh, he goes over to there's weights in the corner. And he's like lifting weights with them, like this. And then we go over to the kitchen to the table, and there's some joints on the on a little plate with some stuff. My friend goes, "Oh, look at this!" And he starts taking it. I'm like, dude, the guy lives here. You're taking all his shit.
Oh, geez.
Oh no.
So everybody's doing all this shit, and people are like, playing darts and stuff. And then my friend that said, let's go over to Chris's house. No one's been there before but my friend. And my friend goes, wait, I don't think this is Chris's place.
Oh fuck.
Oh,
No.
I go, what?
Yeah.
He goes, no, I don't think this is his place. And he goes, then he looks across, and it's the apartment across from us.
Shit.
Right straight across from
Shit.
us. We're in the wrong room. And we're lifting his weights, throwing darts, eating his food, taking his weed.
Oh, hopefully he doesn't have a gun.
His
Yeah.
refrigerator. So we all like run out the door, you know, and then we go out the door. Some people ran, and me and my friend are like trying to figure out which room it is. And then all of a sudden, we knew all our friends were out of there. The door opens up, and it's the guy who lives there. He was taking a shit, and he was so scared to come out. He was like, because he heard like it sounded like 12 people in his place all doing shit and.
Oh yeah.
He was afraid to come out.
If that was today, he would have called the cops on his
Yeah,
cell
because
phone.
he would have been in there
Yeah.
taking a shit with his cell phone. Yep.
Officer,
blown
I'm
us
taking a
away.
shit and there's people breaking into my stuff and stealing my joints. Help. Help. I'm taking it.
God. And he
Oh,
sticks his
wow,
head out, he
that's
goes,
a
"Oh, what
story.
the fuck are you guys doing?" We thought it was our friend's house. Or apartment. We're so sorry. He's all, okay. I just didn't know what the fuck's going on. I was taking a shit, and I hear all these people raid my house.
You shoot on my house.
yeah, exactly.
Here's your
Sorry,
joints
man,
back.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Here's
But I
your
think about
joints.
stuff. I think about stuff like that from my past. I'm like, I could have died there. So he could have came out with the guns ablazing. You know,
Oh,
take my
you know,
Oreos.
Yeah.
you know, every redneck has a shotgun in the bathroom.
Right.
They have a
Thank
towel
God
rack
he
and they have a
didn't.
shotgun rack.
Thank God he didn't, man. But that was just crazy.
And those are the Trump supporters. Yeah.
Oh, what if we have listeners that are Trump supporters? Then it's like
That's all right.
they're not listeners anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, look, now we're not even near 500 subscribers. We're back down
Yeah.
Oh,
which
Damn.
we're very
reach
close to.
500?
Not yet. Not
Alright.
yet. We are still
Four something, right? 490 something.
Yeah, 494. I want to say.
Oh.
So we'll hit
We
500
are-
before we hit 250 episodes. Maybe.
Probably.
Yeah.
Wow.
Excuse me.
All right, so
Carrie.
we had the only arcade talk we had was about those fucking one-ups.
Yeah.
I know. I don't have
Always
any.
been like
400 and
I don't have any arcade news this week.
Mark, I was
Oh,
gonna
I
ask
have
you,
one more. I do have one more. I
Oh.
have one more. I have one more. Okay. New Wave Toys is having a special right now. So New Wave Toys, the ones that are making our Dragon Slayer, and
Yep.
Gaku bought the Tempest, and
Yep.
there's also the thing. They're doing a special right now. Buy one, get one free. That's
Yeah,
pretty
it's
fucking
buy-
good.
It's buy one, get one half off, I believe.
Oh fuck! Am I?
They
oh,
call it
oops.
BOGO, but it's not BOGO. I looked at that too.
It's buy one, get
sorry.
one.
What?
I
Buy
didn't
one,
read the
get
fine
one.
Buy
print.
one, get one at discounts.
A little bit deceptive.
That
So the
is
last
very
I saw,
deceptive.
they were sold out of the centipedes. So that was
Yeah,
like one of
they
the
are
ones I
sold
was
out of
kinda
those. I
made.
think.
that was the only other one I think I was really interested in. I don't remember the other one.
I didn't know it was buy one get one half off. That's very deceiving because I could have sworn it said BOGO. Yeah.
Yeah.
It did say BOGO in the email, but then when I clicked on the link, I was like,
It's a BOGO 50. Yeah.
BOGO
Buy
means
one,
buy one get
one.
So
Yeah.
that's what's
Yeah.
next, right? You're gonna hook up a legit PCB and then have 50 cents per play
That's
at a
right.
arcade.
Yeah, we're gonna put a card reader on that
Yeah.
little mini arcade machine and throw it on bars.
It's like attached to your beer mug or something.
It's
Card
half the
readers
size. It's
bigger
half
than
the. It's half. It's like almost the same size as the whole fucking thing. The card reader. It's like
Gabriella's
weight.
here.
They have to
Gabby.
counterbalance it with a weight. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like falling over forward.
Oh, Mark, I was going to ask you one thing real quick. So with your pins, I don't know if Keith does the same thing too, but I know you like to use subwoofers, don't you? External.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of the pin woofer
No.
setup? Okay, I was,
No,
I was
there's a
reading about that
special-
today.
There's a special one I use that is the popular one that most everybody uses. I'd have to look it up, but
Is it the
it's,
Polk?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, I mean,
that's-
I
got
saw
two of
saw
those.
that, but
Yeah,
the
that's the
pin
one.
woofer, which is a new thing within the last year, this guy designed a whole kit that basically still is all internal. it's all internal still. You're using the subwoofer. Oh yeah, 50% off.
Boo.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah. So he's got
Fake news.
amplifiers.
BOGO
Fake news.
X, whatever the fuck that means.
So yeah, I'll post
Yeah.
it in
Right.
chat.
So
So
it's
wait,
a special system that made for pinball machines. or something?
Depending on which machine you have, it'll include like a replacement sub and then two amplifiers, one for your cabinet speaker, one for that. And apparently it's gotten like amazing reviews. But it's all still internal, so you don't have to hook anything up externally.
So about that, the speakers that are on a pin are usually really good and really loud. So the reason why you put the poke on is not for the
It's for the bass.
It's for the
Fill it
bass
out,
only, because that's all it really
Yeah.
needs is good
And that's
bass.
what a lot of this sounds like it is. And you can get just that.
You really don't need to improve the speakers that are in there unless the speakers are shit to begin with. Like I replaced the speakers in the Medieval Madness, but they knew that they were kind of shitty, so they made the improvements when they made Attack from Mars and Monster Bash. They put in awesome speakers because they knew people complained about it. So
right, and if you go to his site and you click on compatibility, he's got like a list of like all the individual pins, and it's all custom tailored. Like some of them, like the Jersey Jack, he'll say keep the original speakers in the back box, and then he'll have an amplifier that you wire through them that separates things a little bit better, and then same with like the sub.
I did the
so
same
some of them
have
and then depending on what size the speakers are, but
But
I was reading about that.
Yours, Jersey Jack speakers, because I've heard them on other machines, they sound awesome. And the bass is just for fun to make it real. Like when it's real, like something crazy happens or something real deep, it's just, it really enhances it a lot. It like vibrates the floor a little bit. You know, it's like fucking cool. So the Polk speaker, I think they're what, like $100 or $200 or something.
Not even. I was looking on Amazon. You can get
$89 maybe.
They're under $100, I think.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think they're under 100. So, and I think I got it on like Amazon too. And
that's where I was looking.
Yeah, but you can put 2 pins per.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, so if you've got 2 pin, if you get another pin a couple years from now, Jim, you can use that same speaker. You don't have to buy another one because
they've got two input channels, and you can play them both at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So the way I've got mine set up right now is I've got 2 of the pins are on one sub, and then the other one's on the second sub, and then my stereo runs through that same sub.
I was reading threads and people were asking about. They're like, "Is this as good as using a poke sub?" And blah blah blah. It was interesting. I didn't know that so much stuff existed, but there we go.
Yeah, no, it's I don't know about that system. It'd be interesting to hear.
I was just reading about it on Pinside. That's how I came across it.
Yeah, what you can do is just wait till your Wonka gets in and see how loud it is.
I'm not getting anything until I've had a chance to. Yeah, I've got all the
speakers,
mods I need.
Because you got to imagine that those. Oh, wait, I'm hearing echo.
All right.
Okay, you got to imagine that those machines are made for in a noisy environment, like a bar or Dave and Buster's or whatever they might put it in. So they're made to be really loud.
Well, and I played my buddy's collector's edition, last week or 2 weeks ago in his house and stuff. So it was nice to hear it in a home environment, and they sound good. Yeah. Now it's something like if you had like a music themed one, or I could see like even your Tron where you'd want to have some more bass stuff with all the Daft Punk stuff.
I have all my pins. I have 2 Polk speakers, and I run all my pins through them, and they do improve it by a lot. So
yeah, they do. I just set my Galaga 88 board, since that's my board and I have to work on it. I set it to stereo audio, and it sounds absolutely completely different from the original board setting. Yeah,
and you have 2 speakers for it for the stereo. Okay. All right.
I even wanted to hook up a surround sound specifically for all the arcade.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Well, all the different music coming, or the sounds coming from all the different arcades, because I'm the type of person that if I have my arcades up, I like to hear all of them.
Yeah, you want to hear
You
them all.
know, and some people don't, but
Mhm.
you know what, that's the nostalgic of having them up, is just to hear the different sounds coming from it. But
So I had a local friend, collector. I haven't seen him in a few years, but he's actually deaf. And man, he would just crank the music or the sounds up, the speakers, because you can feel the vibration. And I went in his garage, and
that's
like,
in my house, Gak.
it's like how we were communicating, is I would text him from my phone, or I would just type it in my phone, right? And I'm like, holy shit, dude, my ears are blowing out. It was like you could hear him from like a block away, like the Star Wars theme playing on his machine.
Oh,
I'm
no,
like, Jesus, so loud.
Not that in sound, but I can assure you that sometimes I can hear the vibration of my pipes in the walls shaking because the bass is on so loud.
Nice.
But yes, hi you guys, how's it going?
Good, good.
Good.
Hey, good to see you.
Yeah,
Hi,
good to see you.
Gary.
Turn off this heater behind me.
I know, I was gonna say how's it hanging, and then Carrie came on. I'm glad to be on here with you guys. I did want to ask everyone what they were drinking, especially you, Gak.
Okay, so
And Andrew. And Andrew.
Mark just had a.
He's drinking dihydrogen oxide.
Well, I think Mock is doing
Budweiser.
California Creamin'.
Mark-
No, I'm doing Mosaic Belching Beaver.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
It's really
So-
yummy.
So I just had this. Is
I love
out in
the
your
art. The art.
Mark,
on
this
it's,
out in your area, Modern
Oh
Times.
yeah, that's like
so
grape
it's
juice.
Mega Spaceways. Yeah, no, it's not.
Oh.
It's
I like Modern Times. It's just kind of
that's
pricey.
what it looks like.
It's good beer. It's just very. It's like I think it's like.
Yeah.
Well, it's almost the same as this, I guess. Like, this is like $9 for 4 or something. But
Oh,
Like
okay.
like Jimbo reminded me, I probably could have bought 2 high-end pins. How much I spent on beer in the last
yeah, I know we talked about that. We added it up, and it was like you could have gotten 12 pinball machines by now.
I don't want to think about it.
Yeah, I don't want to think about that. I
Yes.
don't want to think about that.
Well,
Not to
hey,
mention
Gak,
all the calories in beer gut.
I don't want to think about that either. I don't want to think about that.
oh, come on, you guys.
I just take the glasses off when I look in the mirror. I'm like, you look fabulous. You know, like,
You look furry thin.
yes. Yes.
Furry
chest
thin.
up.
Yes.
My thing is that think about all the money and the time you spent getting to that. You know, it's like it's an investment, but
Yes.
no, it truly is. But you know what, Gak, I wanted to show something to you and Andrew
Yeah.
because we know you guys had mentioned it.
Uh-oh. I
Last
see
time I
a
was on.
growler here.
Oh.
What is
Ooh.
that? Keep
Okay, so who's
cold.
that from? I can't
Is that
see
a-
the logo.
Is that a
Oh,
growler?
okay. Let me flip it over.
Monkish.
Wow,
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
their stuff's awesome.
So this is Revelations in Braille.
Huh.
And then I also have another one.
They don't ever, I mean, they're nowhere other than within a driving distance. You know, you can't get their stuff anywhere, so I never see it.
Oh, of course. Whenever I go down there, I always ask them what cans they have so I can buy them and just ship them off to you guys. But this is my favorite, which is a feminist.
Feminist?
But it has hibiscus in it. Now this other
Are
one.
they are the yeast levels like off the chart or what? Sorry, I had to make that joke.
That was actually pretty funny. you might win for the night. That was good. That was good. That was yeah.
You have to taste it for yourself, Jack, okay?
Oh my God, that was.
They
that
have
was-
actually made beers based on women's vaginal yeast.
Yeah.
I'm serious. They've done it. I have never
Oh, did
had
they?
any, but I've seen video of where people have done it. They've taken like yeast samples from a woman's.
That's part of the video. I
What?
can.
Oh,
I said, is that
don't think
actually
YouTube
part of
would allow that.
video?
I've
Well,
seen a
I'm-
video
Yeah.
somewhere.
I'm sure they
recall
would,
seeing
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They don't
I'm
actually show how they extract it.
That's what I
There
was
is-
asking.
No.
I'm like, I think that's the kind of beer that was like nobody really cares what it tastes like.
Yeah.
All this beer
I
talk. I,
used-
gotta get another beer.
Belching beaver.
Oh yes, yeah, exactly. That's
Are you sure that wasn't like a Borat thing where like he talks about the cheese?
No,
made by
there was
his wife or whatever he says.
I'll try to Google it while I'm
Well,
talking.
no one's,
but-
I've never had any complaints of anyone belching off my beaver, but I've yet to hear anything about that.
All right.
I know, right? So this is my mug that I drink it out of.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
oh, cute.
Oh, that's
you can
cute.
find that on Creative Engineering's website. Oddly enough,
Doing a mine haze next.
Do they sell
Oh, nice.
like new ones on there, Chris?
I believe so. One moment. I will.
I would like a
verify
link to that, please.
I know he would know.
I will.
You see Jahan's in our chat. We haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah.
Since Grinkers.
Haven't seen
Yeah,
since
he
Grinkers,
texted
yeah.
me a little while ago, actually. Yeah.
He's
feel
drinking
special.
Captain Morgan.
Said
Oh,
he
nice.
just figured out how to use the IRC.
Yes.
Yeah.
He
And,
texted me saying, like, aren't you in the YouTube chat? I'm like, I sorry, I got like the
That
IRC
was
going
so
here and our chat going there.
like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And Perko is drinking a White Russian tonight.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh,
do it
nice. I
without
approve.
Those are good.
style.
Those are good. I
They're
like
sweet,
White
but they're
They
good.
are.
Yeah.
Are you
Mhm.
kidding? The Big Lebowski? There should
Yeah.
be-
I always think of that if I drink one.
Yes.
Drinking a
there should be
Caucasian.
no one pissing on my carpet. Okay. No.
One of my favorite scenes in Big Lebowski is when he's drinking his White Russian, and he just got abducted by that rich guy, and he like gets a phone call and he goes over to like write notes while he's talking on the phone. And then he leaves the room and he's trying to be sneaky. He goes over with
Oh,
a
yeah.
pencil to rub the
It's a
big.
dick.
It's just a big dick. It means nothing in the movie. But usually in most movies it'd be like, okay, be at the
The address or a phone
yeah,
number.
be
it's
here
secret.
at midnight or whatever.
All right. So I put a link in our Slack chat. I don't have a way to do it from my phone to these other devices, but it's on the yeast.
Oh, Jesus.
On the yeast.
There's actually multiple beers that have been done that way. That was just the top rated search.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, there we go. All right, 34K. Put it in the
Vagina beer.
Yep.
Oh my
Made
God.
from
You guys
a
are
That
all
mom.
sounds like an
drinking-
Urban Dictionary thing. Yeah.
You're like
Vagina
Yeah.
beer.
This one tastes like it's
Oh, I
gonna
remember
have like
that.
this one isn't very green. It's got a lot of mileage on it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of like
Mine tastes like a baby just came out of it.
Got a caption underneath.
Sorry,
This will leave a
Carrie.
bad taste in your mouth.
Yes.
I want to stay friends with Carrie here. So.
Oh, so good.
Sorry, Gabriella. I want to be friends with you too.
No worries. My question is,
Let's hope to God your wife doesn't watch this shit.
She
or
doesn't.
you're,
She doesn't give a shit.
are you
Oh, she
really
knows I'm
sure?
fucked-
Are
she
you
knows I'm
sure?
fucked up.
Yes.
If you're in the
Oh.
doghouse
She
in the
knew
next
her
2
married.
years, you'll know.
30 years.
Yeah.
She knew what
Mark,
she
I'm pretty
married.
sure your wife's same as mine. She's heard far worse.
Yeah, she's
Far worse from us.
used to it and tired of it.
I'm tired of it. Nice.
or if
Oh,
she's
somebody.
like me and knows how good it is and is trying to put it on the market.
No, I make her laugh. It's just I try not to be as dirty. When I come here, I drink beers and my filters turn off.
Ah, John.
Wow, really?
Don, that's a
Hell was
party
that?
All right,
foul.
he wins the mega toast of the night.
All right, we got to create
Oh, and
That's a whole lot of text there.
Ow. He even
That's how I
got
read that.
he even
Don-
got ejected by the bot for that.
He got-
Oh, damn.
He's the first one to get the GAC
Yeah,
award before
gross.
drinkers
Yeah.
starts.
Yeah.
Really? I would have thought it was me. You know that? I'm a go-getter. I try
Keep
to get
trying.
it every
There
single
you go,
time.
right?
Doesn't take
God.
much. So should we talk about our gaming session
Yeah.
a little bit? because that was pretty fun. And you guys, everybody, like Carrie and Jim, you guys would have a lot of fun. And then that's like it'll run on a potato, that game, I'm sure.
Yeah. If I could
Prove
install
it.
Steam,
Yeah.
then
Oh, your work blocks Steam off your machine?
I can't install anything on my machine. I tried.
Yeah, they blocked it.
Yeah, so it's I
bummer.
tried. Yeah, 'cause that
Do they have a
that sound like-
portable version?
yeah,
Yeah.
right. I know.
You
That's
can do stream sharing to portable devices, but it still has to run on a PC
Yeah.
Yeah.
or a Mac.
So you guys have seen it at CAX, but it's just fun that when we had everybody all talking at the same time in Discord, and we would split up the teams, and Andrew would always make them random after we'd play a 3 rounds.
We talked about Killer Queen
Yeah.
Black. Oh
Yes. Killer Queen Black. It's on Steam. I don't know if it's still on sale, but it was on sale for $10 or
Sales
$7.
off now.
Is it? It's back to $20.
Yep.
It's too expensive at $20. I think maybe that's like a $10 or $15 game.
No, not really. You know what? If you can get a few people that you know on it, and you guys can all play together, it's actually quite worth it.
I want to say
Instead
it
of
was like
playing by
it was
yourself?
the normal price was $10 for a single one,
Damn.
or 30 for 4.
No,
and the
so that's a
special they
sale.
had was 20 for 4.
No, so it was a sale price. So the sale price was they had the 4-pack for 30, which makes it $7.50 each.
Oh, okay.
Normal price for a single license is $20.
20. Okay.
So that was $10 just for that sale time. That's why I was pushing it on you guys so much. It's like, this is gonna go away. It's gonna go back to full price.
Yeah.
And that was fun as hell.
Yeah,
Oh, yes,
it's hard to
really was.
explain the game to people,
Yeah.
but it's sort of like
There-
joust battling with another team in a way.
Yeah.
Is the best.
But you've also got stuff to do.
Yes.
Well, there's
well,
stuff. Yeah, there's different ways to win too, which I like.
Yeah.
3
you
different
know.
ways to win, and they're
Like peanut butter fucking kicking ass
Oh, I
every
love
goddamn
that
time.
name,
That's the bot
Peanut
beating.
butter.
Yeah, I know. The bot kept killing us.
The bot is actually pretty good in the game. So if you're down one player, they're not a slouch. They work. You know, they do their
and
job.
they won their fair share of games.
Yes, I played it a few times, well, twice without having all you guys on there, but it was still a lot of fun. It let me practice my queen skills.
Uh-oh.
Yes,
Do I have
but
to worry?
I'll let you know on Thursday.
Oh.
Well, and
But-
one of the cool things it also does is you can play, I think, up to 4 or 8 players locally. So if you've got the game, you can just plug in the controllers to your computer and you can all play at the same time.
Yeah, just got a bunch
Yes.
of USB ports.
Yeah, so it doesn't have to be necessarily across the internet, but obviously we proved that it works online as well.
Yes, I played against someone and it was one person, and I guess they had 4 different players on their end, but it was still a lot of fun. It reminded me a lot of the Mario game where there's a few different levels and there's pipes that are releasing. I mean,
Yeah, Mario Brothers.
Just
Yeah.
the original
Yeah,
Mario
the original Mario
Brothers.
Brothers. Yeah.
yes, that's the one, but it's more of advanced techniques since everyone has, you know, their own play game, and there are also different ways to win the game, which is you know, it's really fun, really, really fun to play, especially, you know, when you have everyone there involved. And like you said, it's up to 8 players.
Yep.
And they're randomized. You can switch them back and forth, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and we had 7 people, so we definitely had room for one more that night. But yeah,
That's
so
where
like
the peanut butter came
Yeah,
in.
actually,
Keith,
had one bot. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Keith was there, and
We had Keith and
Necros, where the fuck were you, asshole?
Steve R.
He was not feeling well. He
Oh,
had
Necros, come on.
So,
the one
Andrew
night you're
is-
not there.
Andrew, is that right? You said you can actually do it on an iPad?
I think you still have to have a computer connected
Okay.
to it, and then you're going to want a controller.
Right.
So I
Okay.
think you can use an iPad as a remote
Yeah, I-
screen
controller
for
I
it.
makes
just use
it
a
so much
Xbox
easier.
controller
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so do I.
I've got controllers. It's just figuring out, you know,
Is
So I
there a
can do it off
shitty
the
laptop that you
laptop.
can use? That you
The
can
one
just
I'm
use?
talking into right now. Yeah.
Yeah, that would probably run it.
Probably
It's
would run
just-
it.
Yeah.
It's just
Yes.
a 2D single screen game. So
Right.
it doesn't
Yes.
even scroll or anything
for
like
sure.
Yeah, and it's
I
a
was hoping to
blast.
set it up on my big screen TV in the family room, if I
Oh,
can
that
figure
would be
out.
fun.
Well, if
I
your
could probably
laptop
just
has
do a-
HDMI out, you could,
Yeah.
plug it into a
Yeah.
port
Or
and
some
boom.
adapter anyways. Yeah, it does. I
Maybe.
got HDMI right there. I see it.
Yeah, there you go. So
Yeah.
you could do it from as long as your controller. Well, you can plug it into your laptop and just.
Right.
Yeah, Bluetooth
yeah,
off
just
that.
like
Yep.
Mock said, you
Yeah,
can use.
I wouldn't
an
even
Xbox.
Bluetooth it. You get lag and stuff. I would do a direct connect. to
Wired
the
if you can help
laptop.
it.
Yeah.
Wired, yeah.
Okay.
Try to do wired for that game. You need the instantaneous reaction for things
Okay.
because Gabriella will like just pounce on your head with her lance in your chest or your head, and you don't even know what hit you.
I mean, the last
In the
time
pooper.
You're gonna get two
And the
from the
pooper.
back. And
the last time I
you're
played
ready
the
for all
actual
that.
time I played the actual game was at CAX a few years ago, and I was pretty hammered. It was late. It's like
Yeah.
1 in the morning or
Was
something.
that night that we all went over and played
Yes.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was 2016.
Yeah, it was a while
Yeah.
ago. But
Speaking
now
of
we
the
don't have
prototype
to.
shirt,
We don't have to wait
Yeah.
in line or anything. You just play it as a
Yeah.
group, and it's actually was super fun. We had a blast
yes,
that night.
it really was.
Yeah, so,
So
if
we'll
people out
definitely do
there,
that again.
Check out Killer Queen. It's on. I put a link for the trailer on just on IRC.
Yeah, Killer Queen
Uh,
Black, right?
Come join us if you want, and we want to try and get a full room if we can. If you're not one of the 8 players, we apologize. Maybe next time.
3 weeks.
Woo! We rarely get up to 8 people for a session on Thursday nights, though. So
If you would like to game on us, we do have a Discord channel for the Arcade Hangout.
yes,
We do. Just hit one of us up. to get
I
invited.
absolutely love the Discord because you can, just like when we were playing Mock, you were saying, don't listen to what I'm saying. Other
yeah.
teams."
Don't listen to our strategy.
All of our
No,
strategy.
Yeah.
no, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my team. But no,
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun. Andrew was switching up all the teams, so it was just randomized every
yeah.
single time we were playing. But it was a lot of fun.
But there's
When-
times where you got to communicate to your queen because they have to activate the machines, or otherwise you can't
Yeah.
transform into a
Yeah.
warrior. So you start out as a piece of shit little guy
Grunt.
that just runs around, a grunt. Yeah, he can't do much, but he could ride the snail. If you ride the snail to the finish line, you win. So
Yeah.
while you're riding the snail, you can give yell to your queen, protect me, everybody protect the snail, and then that's a strategy. Or if you want to
Yeah.
take your little guy, you can run and grab a grape. There's these grapes hanging from these vines, and you go into a machine and it transforms you into a warrior like in Joust.
Yes,
Very similar.
Or you can get the sword or that swinging one. That
There's a
you were
mace.
saying.
There's a mace
Yeah.
that goes around you, goes.
I also found out that if you use the one that makes you go faster, the lightning bolt,
Yeah.
when you pop on the snail, it makes you go faster than just
Oh,
speed.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Oh,
until
strategy.
And if you jump on
Yeah.
the snail, I think holding one of the fruits, it'll also make the snail go faster.
A little
Not as fast as
faster.
not as
Ah,
fast, I don't think, as with
really?
the speed up thing, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
If you're holding
okay.
a grape, if you're holding
I
a grape,
didn't know
yeah.
that.
So Dave from Buffalo.
Dave
It's how
from
many players
Buffalo.
at once?
Dave
It
from
does?
Buffalo. 8.
Eight.
Do you have
Eight.
Dave? You have a laptop, right? Are you on a laptop right now?
PC.
Yeah. So you should load up Killer Queen and play with us on Thursday night.
I'm working.
Ah, fuck.
What time do you play?
We play usually from 8 to 11 or so.
Oh,
like
you know what? I
Showtime
have to.
here.
Yeah, but I have to
Pacific
get up.
time.
I Friday
The
I work.
kids.
I work. Well, no, but I work a double. I'm up at 5:30 Eastern.
Ouch.
Ooh.
I mean, I
That
used to do
wouldn't
that
work.
for this. Remember, I
Oh,
used to.
that's right.
I don't have that in me anymore. I don't think. So.
Yeah. I hear you
Come
there,
on,
man.
Dave.
We've grown a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
It used to be me, you, and Buffett up till
yeah, those Wednesdays were rough.
sunrise. Oh,
Man, I used to do that
Let's
on
know you
Wednesday.
guys.
I do not know how you guys do it on the East Coast.
it's
Yeah.
easy. You have to take an Uber to work, and you don't have time to shower. So you go to
Ew.
work, get the dough going, and then hop in the prep sing and go
Sitting there,
cast spray wand.
sweating out your Budweiser.
Right.
If I was lucky.
So 1 minute it's Seabart sweat, the next
Yeah.
minute they're chopping lettuce.
No, not
Getting
in
the
the,
lunch crowd drunk.
nope, not in the,
Oh, nice
never
one.
in the prep sink.
Stop
in
sweating in my lettuce.
One dish is such a hit, they don't know why. It's got this weird flavor
Yeah.
no one can
That's,
pinpoint.
that's
Now-
what keeps them coming back, okay? They just don't know
Tastes
yet.
like Bud Light.
Oh man.
Oh my god. But no, that was a fun night. So yeah, it's if anybody wants to join us, hit us up. Thursday nights, 8 o'clock.
So I just put up my
Pacific time.
handle and my Discord number there for people to contact me if they would like to be a member of our private
A sponsor.
Well, and I always
Yeah.
open up the IRC as well. So if anyone wants to join, I always
Yep.
send notifications over there too. So if you just join our IRC on Thursday nights around 8 Pacific is when we officially start.
Yeah.
I will let you know and send you invites to Discord.
So every $5 donation on Twitch, you give them a shout out. Is that how that
Yeah,
works?
right. Exactly.
Just make sure you have Killer Queen Black already loaded and ready to go.
Yeah, we
So
should record that.
don't join and go, oh, I still gotta buy it. Oh, I still gotta load it. Oh, I still gotta install it.
They will mute you.
Damn, that was my plan.
Because then we'll see you at like 11 o'clock.
Yeah. Right.
Actually, it's a quick download and stuff.
How,
Gabriella got it
how
going
large
really
is that
fast.
game?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I don't like
500 megs.
Oh shit, that's
It's
nothing.
tiny.
It took my computer like 2 minutes.
So
If
do
So
the
it'll take
levels
mine about
re-
30 seconds then.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Do the
I have an
levels
SSD
repeat,
now,
or how's
motherfucker.
that work?
They
It's
do,
got
yeah.
different
There's,
levels.
Well,
There's-
welcome to 10 years ago.
I think there's 6 different
Used the
levels.
same quote last
And
week.
because it's
Get
best,
new ones.
I did.
It's best
No,
2 out of 3. So you get to see,
Okay.
at least 3, but as many as
Mhm.
5 different levels. And then it randomizes them a little bit.
we had
Okay.
some
That
games
last
where
level, I
like
think.
the other team's doing really well and the other team's like behind, and then they make a comeback.
Mhm.
So we had a few of
Because
those.
there's
That was
A
fun.
few different ways to win, and
Nice.
while other people are battling each other on the snail or whatever's going on, there's a bot.
Yeah,
at
the
the end,
sneaky
just popping
snail.
the
Oh,
very-
what's the
Yeah.
bot?
If you're really focused on the battling, then you forget about the snail sometimes, and then all of a sudden
Yeah.
the snail is
Yeah.
is winning.
Seabart Necros just coined a new dish at your restaurant. It's called Sweatus.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's great.
Hey,
That's
Necros, this is for
Necros.
you, buddy.
And then the
All
whole
right.
restaurant's like, fucking Seabart.
I knew I recognized that smell.
Yeah.
This tastes like sea Bart.
Tastes like Seabot washes nuts in my
Come on
leg.
down to this restaurant where you enjoy the Sweatus and the toilet's always plugged.
Yeah, that's still weekly
Gross.
basis, and it's pretty much always the girls' room.
Oh God.
Oh wow.
The only man alive who can clog a toilet with his piss.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was so the last people that used that room, or was someone from the room next door, because the bathrooms share a wall and it shares a plumbing pipe down. I know how
The
buildings
cleaning,
work.
maybe the cleaning lady tried to flush her rubber gloves down the toilet or something. I don't know.
It would have happened after I left because I was still passed out Friday morning, and
The lady
came into
or
the
was
room and
it
started
no
cleaning,
flushing
and
those
I feel this
condoms down
tug of the
bathroom
the
toilet?
sheets and go, oh, like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'll come back. I will come back. It's like, oh,
All
hi.
right, refill time. I'll be back.
Like, yeah.
Like, sorry, ma'am. Did you knock?
So Crush Arcade says Killer Queen loaded. Was that the older version? Because I know this is like the newer one, right?
I assume they were abbreviating it. Yeah, because the arcade cabinet's just Killer Queen, right?
Yeah, it's just
So
Killer
this is
Queen.
like the update that includes the networking and includes some other options as well.
a couple new background.
I think there's like
for-
voice chat for if you don't have Discord or something like that, but Discord's way better.
See, the good thing
Yeah.
about Discord is if Killer Queen fucks up, which it did a couple times where we
Did.
had to reset it, it doesn't just kick everybody out of the voice chat. We're all still voice chatting on Discord. So if it fucks up, we're still connected and we can go,
Everyone knows.
okay,
What the
everybody
fuck, Andrew?
out.
You know,
Everybody out. Let's reset
sometimes
it. Okay, let's go back in. You
Yeah.
know.
then there's a few people kicked out of the group, you know, in the
game.
you can still go ahead and have that discussion in Discord where it's like, hey, I got kicked out, I'm not in the group.
All right, Zed just
Go back
joined.
into the lobby.
Zed just joined and said, "What I missed? It's been a while." Zed, we're talking about Killer Queen that you've seen at CAX. If you've been to CAX,
Dynamite with the laser.
I'll post a trailer. It's a game we play. When we played for the first time on our Thursday night game night. So if you can join us, come join us.
Get on your laptop.
We might even have
Connect
two sets of
Xbox
8 players playing at
controller.
the same time.
If we do, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Might be a little bit much for one Discord channel, but
Yeah, it'd be crazy. Yeah, we'd have to do separate channels
Yeah.
for that, probably. Yeah. So we'd get confused on who's calling out stuff. But
Good.
Yeah.
You know what, you guys, I wanted to show everyone something.
uh-oh.
Don't worry. No, I'm just joking.
Gak, you missed it.
No, he's back.
He can't hear you yet.
He will be.
We can still talk about him.
Right
Or-
about.
No, we can still go. We can still.
He's
Oh, now.
Oh.
Solder. Cap kids.
Cap kids.
Now we
Cap
can
kids.
get
it.
Gak,
Cap kids.
Gak,
What kind
Yeah,
of
good
foreign
job.
dialect are you guys speaking?
Gak, switch your ears. They're on backwards again. Come on, man. Get your act
It's
together.
the mirror.
no, they're not.
No, it's not the mirror.
well, he's back. I have to pour myself a glass really quick.
All right, I'll
In
show
your
this
bill-
can here.
It with Billy Bob.
Macaroni necklace.
The showbiz glass.
Oh, looks like Chappelle.
That's who it is. Yeah. That's the local brewery.
Oh,
That,
Joe Rogan, you're crazy.
that's the guy. So Slice Brewing. They're the ones that the spinoff of Moonraker. That's their
Cocaine in a can, baby.
That's right.
Moonraker is absolutely delicious, Gag.
Yeah,
Well, the-
Moonraker's
The
good.
guy
The
I've said
best
before-
of Moonraker became Slice.
How's it taste, motherfucker?
That's right, motherfucker.
I have something I wanted to show you guys. You got I know you guys were all talking about
This can't be good.
going ahead and putting the graphics onto an arcade and how there's a bunch of bubbling and squeegeeing and all kinds of crazy stuff going on when it comes to doing all of that. So
with Jimbo's Gap Plus last week, right?
oh wow,
So he was
okay.
talking about that a little bit. The bubble.
Well, let me tell you, I had my heater set to 75. And then I had a fan blowing, and then I still had a heat gun at the same time. And I was trying to do all of this to get my new arcade setup, which I showed different parts of my home that does have the arcade setup, but here is let me turn the light on.
Let's see. It looks like
Super
Champ
Sprint?
Champ Sprint?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Champion spread.
Awesome.
And then this one,
Chiller.
that's where
Nice.
I went and did the graphic art too. Which
On Chiller,
yes,
right? Awesome. Love it.
look how clean that looks. So,
So you just applied that art? Is that what you're saying?
yes,
Nice.
Oh, nice.
no bubbles, no, none at all. But
Looks brand new.
yeah, squeaky clean for you guys.
Is that from Kendra?
This whole game.
This whole game, I mean? Yeah.
Yes.
So
I'm
I
trying
saw
to get-
somebody, and I'm pretty sure this whole game did it also. Somebody recently posted for sale. They had someone did like custom art glass bezel for Chiller that has
Oh,
like
interesting.
Chiller art around the perimeter.
Oh, I didn't see that.
wow!
Like
no,
so basically-
I didn't see that. Otherwise, I would have got it for.
So
my
basically,
Chiller
like
as
you know
well.
how Cheyenne has the art,
Yeah.
right, Jimbo?
Mhm.
It's kind of like
Yep.
that, but it's mostly purple. I want to say with the Chiller theme. and they didn't list the price because it was sold before I saw it.
Was it a custom made thing that's like it's not
I
supposed to have
I
it?
know this old game did the custom thing for a customer or several customers maybe 6 months ago.
Yeah.
But this guy, I want to say Texas Mame or something like that on KLV. He had an extra marquee and bezel, both glass, of Chiller that he had for sale. But he didn't keep the price up. You know, like he just said sold by the time I saw it.
Yeah, they
So
do
like,
limited
how much did that
runs,
go for?
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so mine, I can't see it right now, but my buddy Tubular Gearhead, he painted it purple, just like his own custom thing he did for me. So it's cool.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it didn't already come with one, then yeah, it should have had. You know,
Right.
I can understand them wanting to do that.
So Gabriella, have you beaten Chiller yet?
Oh yes, sir, I have.
You have. Wow, so you know what to look for, to what to shoot, because that's the whole key to beating that game is knowing what items you have to shoot to get through it.
Well, when you play the game, I wish
they tell
I had
you.
my. No, yes, it does, and I need
For
to
a
have
second.
it set up like Jimbo does, because then I can show my screen.
Yeah, it just shows it for a moment of what things you have to shoot, and then you have to remember all those items. There's
And
like
that's in the
12
beginning of
items
the
or
game.
something. Yeah, it's hard to
Yeah,
remember them all.
there's
Good push.
it's basically the same sounds, right, Jimbo? Yeah,
It's very similar.
yeah.
Yeah, there's belches randomly
The
throughout the whole
screams.
game.
I think the screams might be similar too. You know.
I really want
Ah!
No, the sounds are completely different.
Oh.
There's
And
no
see,
overlap.
You know, back in the day, I only remember seeing Cheyenne and Crossbow. I never saw any others, just those two.
See
Well,
right there,
I would
Mom?
imagine. I'd be
Yeah.
surprised if you saw a Chiller
Every
in the wild.
level
Yeah,
I
has
saw a Chiller.
I did.
Did you really?
different levels
Delmar
of
Fair.
every level has certain things you need to shoot, including secret ones that are not on here. And when you shoot all of those, you complete the level.
Yep.
When you're playing the game, there's a certain amount of hits that you need to get to complete the level. And if you don't shoot the ones that are the bonuses, which is what that level or that screen that I showed, that you need to shoot to finish the level, then you have to replay it.
Later. Yeah. After you've gone through all the rest of the levels.
Yeah, you go through
Yeah.
all the 4 and then it just restarts and you have to finish shooting all of those. So if
Is
you
that-
don't get all the images, then you have to go ahead and play again.
Is that at the end? You got to fight. You got to shoot this big face, and then like shoot his eyes and his like mouth and stuff. Is it a big face you fight? You remember?
That's in the
Or was that Crossbow? I always get it mixed up.
I have both boards.
Oh. I'll have to look it up. See what.
Yes, in Chiller, there's a large face that comes through where you have to shoot the floor. So the ghost goes through and falls through the floor, and that's one of the accomplishments that you have to go ahead and do to finish the level. But
Oh, okay.
if you don't get it at the first time you play it, then you go ahead and run through every single level again to do that. I need to have a better layout or like a GoPro or do it like Jimbo did, and so I can show you guys how it plays. But yes,
Yeah.
We'll see it next month.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm ready. Go ahead.
We're not talking about that though.
Yeah. What did I say? What was my thing that I say? The first thing about Fight Club is that
Yeah.
All I did is hint. I didn't say it.
Yes.
the rule about Fight Club is that you don't talk about Fight
Yeah.
Club.
And I noticed you have a Major Havoc too, right?
Yes.
Are you gonna do the special board that has it come out yet, Gak?
No, not officially. I think their stuff's online what they're developing.
So you know about that,
No.
Gabriella, right? The
Yes.
ending, the ending
Yes.
to the game.
Okay. So my major issue with any updates, especially when it has to do about ROMs, is that there was a ROM update on one of the boards that I had. And the issue that I had was that I did the updates. But the problem was that there is a lot of issues with the board malfunctioning. So I know that
From the get-go, or after you'd put the ROM update in?
after I did the ROM update to it. So that's the issue that I have, is that it's kind of hard for me to try to do any updates. I did the updates on the Major Havoc board just so it could have sound effects on it, because I know that there were sound effects that you could do to the board. But once they were done, the game started glitching out. So I wanted to go back to the original schematics of the board. And there were certain chips that needed to be in place to get it going to where it was. So I'm not sure if I want to do that again.
Yeah.
Because even though the updates were from someone that was involved with the Major Havoc new updates. No, okay. Who was the guy that you got the new updates from? Okay, Jess Aspie was the one.
ASCII,
who
yeah.
Okay, he released the updates for the Major Havoc board. He did the updates.
Correct.
The game started glitching out. It wasn't working the same. There was something going on. So we got the original schematics for the board and reset it back. And there was a lot of issues with the board.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I know, it's still really kind of developing. And the guy, Dave Jury is his name. He goes by Jerky on KLV. He does it all in basically a MAME emulator.
What I'm thinking is that there needs to be faster ROMs for the board. And once you do that, it will run perfectly fine. But with everything going on with the board as set without the faster ROMs, it starts to glitch out.
Okay, so let me just add to that I sat in at CAX when they did the that demonstration.
Yep,
this is like this is 2 years ago.
Okay.
The 2 years ago CAX one, and they said that it was going to be ready, but of course it isn't now.
Yeah, I missed that one. I saw that one last year.
So this is like So and then I think they might have had another one last year. Yeah.
Yep.
But anyway, who's the guy that was playing it? The guy.
That's David Jury. He goes by Jerky on KLV.
Jerky. So he was saying that it's not going to be a ROM update. It's going to be an actual card, kind of like Donkey Kong.
A plug-in daughter card.
It'll be a daughter card. You just plug it in, and it's going to give you the other levels. So, I
recall hearing something about
bonus card.
There was some other weird thing, and it's beyond my scope of knowledge, really. But
Get out of here.
Yeah, what?
Just caps.
Soldering caps. No, so the original Major Havoc board, he didn't Owen Rubin didn't get to really complete it the way he really wanted to. And the circuit board has a layout for more, is it Pokey chips or something like that? There's some other expanded ROM chip locations on the circuit board that they didn't even populate because the game wasn't as far along as they wanted it to be. And I think like some of these extra levels he's doing kind of require that.
They need more memory. Or they need more.
Something like that. Yeah.
There's a bunch of unpopulated slots.
Maybe that's how they achieve it with that daughter card rather than having to, be more extreme modifying your original board. It's just unplug a chip and plug this other daughter card in.
That
Like what
that's
Mock
going to
was
be a
saying.
lot easier than going
Yeah.
ahead and trying to do more work on
No
a regular
flashing,
board.
if anything.
Right.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully
Well,
it'll
probably,
be done.
It's probably
soon.
a completely different set of ROMs
They had one at Grinkers
with some
too.
additional ones.
Yeah, they had it at Grinkers running.
So John Kulpe, the head coordinator guy with the game vids at CAX, he brought his personal circuit board setup for them to plug into a Tempest at Grinkers.
Mm-hmm.
And he was playing some of those levels. But yeah, there was some. Who was that other guy? The guy, I think Andrew, he lives in Denver. The guy with the kind of dreadlocks, the high score player guy.
You talking about Dwayne?
Dwayne, yeah.
No,
Dwayne.
he doesn't live in Denver. He just comes down here all the
Okay,
time.
I thought he lived there.
Yeah, no,
Might as well.
He lives in Canada.
Okay, he hung out there for some long period of time though.
Well,
no?
he and XD are close.
Okay. So, anyways, he showed up at Grinkers last October, and he actually played the level, and that was his first time playing it on kind of like quote unquote original hardware with the extended levels. And I recall him talking to Dave Jury about it, where he's like, he found glitches that Jury didn't even know about.
Oh,
because these guys are like on another level how they play, you know.
Yeah,
So-
they play
Yeah.
amazingly. They're neat
Yeah.
to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, I was seeing stuff in like Major Havoc. I totally forgot that they had like the gravity boots where you could
Mhm.
hit the button and you go up with your character. You know, I
Yeah,
totally
you
forgot
need
it
those
had
on
that.
some levels.
Oh yeah, you have to have them. Yeah, but he's so good, and he knows when to activate the reactor and how to deal with dodging stuff. And
Mhm.
When to
He's-
pick up the oxygen versus
yeah,
going past
yeah.
it.
Yep. Yeah, he's really good at it. It's neat to watch someone like at that level. And he kept turning around, remember Gak, because we were watching it together. He turned around to us and goes, "You guys want to play? You guys want to play it? You want to play it?" And we're like, "I'm gonna look like a total
Yes,
fuck
exactly.
yeah. You go ahead because you're
Yeah,
really
like
good at it.
the year before that at CAX, when I just happened to walk up on it when Dave Jury was playing the one they had on demo at CAX, and he got to some crazy level and he showed the crash, and he's like, "Hey man, you want to play it?" I'm like, okay." I was like 30 seconds, dead,
Yeah,
dead,
I'm
dead.
done.
You know, I'm like,
Yeah.
that is ridiculous level. You know, But
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. It's cool seeing that. I mean, even Jess Askey at the last CAX, he was talking about, you know, there's only a handful of us who really appreciate this, and there's maybe, you know, 20 people out there who will actually want this. You know, I don't
You can
know.
actually get there. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it's just kind of fun if you're a fan of the, you know, history behind it all. So
And isn't there like a voice section too, like an add-on that includes some voices
could be.
that weren't in the original game? Because that was
I didn't hear it.
I know that at the last CAX they were actually talking about it, and they actually already had it. And it was, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was like almost if you had Windows Excel or something like that, you could do a level editor through that.
Yeah, they talked
And
about
you
that.
could actually create your own custom levels that you can hack
right.
through the ROM chips.
and you can, yeah,
So you just
update
almost
it.
you're
like-
feeding it a spreadsheet and that turns into levels.
Yeah, I don't know, you know, because you're placing
No, it was a
characters
level.
on
It was a
blocks.
level editor. You could,
okay.
yeah, you could
Okay.
build. It was a level editor within Windows or something, and then you upload it.
I
to
mean, that's kind of
update.
like what they did with the Nintendo a couple years ago, right? The Mario Maker. No.
Yeah, it's similar
yeah,
to Mario
Mario
Maker.
Maker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like that type of thing.
But
probably
for
not as-
But for Major Havoc.
yeah, I'm a Major Havoc. Yeah.
Create
So
these
you could
crazy
create-
levels.
because what they were doing is they were putting it out there because they wanted all these levels to be created before the end game, and they're like, "Hey, submit your levels, and we'll put in the best ones."
Mhm.
So, and here's the level editor; it's free. Just make them, and the best ones will go in. And that was 2 years ago, so I don't know where it's at now. It looked like it's pretty far along.
And
but
I think at Grinkers last year, Dave Jury was talking about they added some new like quote unquote Easter eggs, like unless you have talked to the people who developed it, it's just experimental to find it by luck,
Yeah.
you know, because
yeah,
games used to kind of do that, right?
yep,
I don't know if
yeah,
they still do, but
warps and things.
yeah.
So, Gabriella, would you ever sell your Major Havoc, or is that a forever in your collection game?
Oh, she got
your
muted.
voice is out. Your voice is out.
Yeah, she's not muted. So
Okay, there
There you
you go. No, I'm sorry, Mock. Even though you are the magic man, you know, Go ahead and try every single trick you have in your.
I'm just asking. I don't putting an offer. I'm just asking
Yeah.
if they sell it.
No, I don't. I will. Most of the games that I have, including the boards that I have, I will never sell anything that I have. You can go ahead and say that I am an arcade hoarder because unless I have multitudes, and that's literally what it is. If
You
I
have
have
3
more,
copies of Major Havoc, you'll sell one of them, right?
None of them.
no, of course not. If I have one and then I have an extra one, of course I'll sell the extra one, but never. I consider every single collection that I have in my home a keeper for life.
Yeah.
Unless I can find an extra, version or cabinet that's intact in mint condition, but boards, I have extra boards. Cabinets, I have a few extra cabinets. The only game I ever try to sell is something that I already have an extra one of, because I consider them to be very personal. It's something that I want to keep in my home, but come on, Dave, give me a fire escape.
Give me.
Oh, they're
Give it
gone.
to me.
All right.
I promise I will keep it in my
They're
home
gone.
forever. I know. Those are the things. Once I have something.
Talk to Brad. I hear he was trying to get rid of his. Right?
Okay.
Oh
Get rid of
no! After all
Just
that,
kidding. Just kidding. That's a joke.
That would be
it's a
funny.
touchy subject.
Nah, it's all good. We're good. Me and Whip are good.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to sell anything I have in my home. Anything I try to sell, it's because I already have an extra.
See, that was one of our questions of the week we had like a long time ago when we used to do that. Like, I wonder if that's changed. Like, I think that was our question. Is like, what is the one game you probably will never sell out of your collection that you'll probably hold?
It's everything I have in my home.
How about you, Carrie? What would you keep forever? You don't think you'll ever let go of?
No. Gabriel,
Everything
if you had
I
to sell
have-
one game, if you had to sell, sorry, was it keep or sell?
Keep. It's only keep. You can only keep one.
You can only keep one. Which
What?
one?
No. It's not if you can only keep one. It's like what one do you think you'll never sell?
Oh.
Which is
No,
kind of the
that's
same.
Galaga
Yeah.
80.
Well, I guess.
Yeah,
but
because
it's not like you have to get
it would
rid
keep
of
you
them
from
all,
being
but-
allowed to say, "Oh, I can't," everything. I would keep it all. Like, no,
Yeah.
'cause that's the.
I
all right.
wanna-
Okay. You had
Pretty sure that's a song. Keep it all.
you lost your job and you want to save your house and you got to sell a bunch of games. No, wait, let me scratch that. You're gonna build a theater in your garage in your house.
Oh, that's it.
Are you sure? Because I would say fuck the theater.
That's an inside joke, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I know.
you're gonna build a theater in your
He knows.
house.
Oh,
I'm sure,
yeah.
So and you're
And
gonna
you
sell
need to
all
find
your
a
games
popcorn
but
machine.
one. Yeah.
And make sure that if the door swings,
Yeah.
to take a baseball bat.
Carrie's-
to avoid, that's
Carrie's
someone
right.
else.
Carrie's right. I'll sell my popcorn machine. That's what I would.
Oh, come on. How
Well, the
about your
first thing you got to
chicken
consider
thing
is like
behind
which
you?
is more valuable, a Cubert or a Mad Planets?
Yeah.
that's a trick question.
No, I can't. You know what? The only game
Does the
that
knocker
was
work?
ever traded.
I
in
think
my
Adam's
home-
family. By the way, that
Yeah.
answer. By the way,
Is
Dave's
what you
answer.
keep.
No, Dave asked in the chat, "What did Joel keep?" I told him
Oh.
Adam's family. I think he kept. I think everything else went.
That's the only one he kept out of all of
I
them.
think so. Because he worked
Yeah.
really hard to restore that, and
You know what?
he really likes it.
That's a really good question because the one game that was ever traded in my home was the R-Type, which is an original stand-up arcade.
hmm
And it was traded for a red tent that came with 5-6 boards.
Good trade.
And
Wow.
Good trade.
Yeah, it's a really good trade.
I like that trade.
well, that's my thing is that I don't think so because I've never came across another R-Type.
Really?
No, Okay, Mock, you got
All
one.
right, if I
Clearly
see
not
them,
in the hunt.
I see
Yeah.
R types about once a year on Craigslist. I'll let you know if I see another one.
Do it because that game.
I didn't know
was
you're looking
on-
for one.
That
All right.
game was on Turbo Graphics that I originally continuously
That was the best
played.
conversion of it, actually. on
Yes,
Turbo.
I've always played. That was one of the games I would always trade.
And did you know that the import version of R Type on that is actually better? They put a chip in it or something that made it even better. So I think it has another level and supposed to have better graphics. Yeah, so try the foreign version of it, the Japan version of R Type on the console on the Turbo Graphics. Okay, so Carrie, what was the one game that you said you wouldn't sell?
Reactor.
Oh, that's a good
Ooh,
one.
that's a good one. That's a good one.
That's a good answer. All right, how about you, Dave?
It'd probably be the Fire Escape because it's the last one. And
I'll buy it.
You know, and it was.
I'll buy it.
No.
The game that he's
Don't say it
keeping.
on here.
it was the only-
I have a second Fire Escape, by the way. Just
Okay, well, I'll buy that one too.
I got it for the purpose of being trade bait.
That's a good man. You hold on to that. That's
Is it in working or non-working condition?
It's mostly working. It hasn't been, shopped out, but it
Traded for a major havoc from Gabriella.
You still need to do the cap kit for it, right?
Yes, right.
Yak, you and me, call me later. I will buy that and fix it just for a second. Yeah.
Mine's sitting here, and I got a new inside cardboard bezel made at Michael's. What was that, 2 years ago? And it's never been put in. Like that copy, and I never put my powder coated handles in, which I had all made. I have like one.
Oh yes,
me.
Oh.
And I never put them in. I mean, mine are okay. I've just been lazy with it, but I'll never sell that because that one wasn't in the barn. That was in the garage, and that's the. Yeah,
That one doesn't have barn funk. That reminds me, I need to check my game to see if I have a hot or a cold handle.
Yeah, they do. I checked mine. I don't know which it says.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see
I
if
have
mine's
no
a hot
idea
or
which
cold.
one's on there right now.
That's so cool.
I'm gonna take a picture
few
real quick.
extras.
Oh, the hot or cold handles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
I've heard of
They were just
someone
plumbing.
that, you know what, you guys, I know it's off subject, but when Dave's talking about that barn, I have heard of someone that went into an abandoned ship and they found tons of games in there.
Oh, I saw that one.
Oh, it's hot.
Got a hot.
Got a
Okay, I'm
hot
gonna go
one.
check on mine.
I have no idea.
Come
what
on.
I think I would know.
I'll be back.
Okay,
I
I'll
hope
buy that. Are you
Someone call Grinkers quick.
So
Find
funny.
out what. Yeah, I'd have to go out to the garage to find mine. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
No,
Well, that's 2 miles uphill, isn't that for you?
No, it's just through
It's-
snow. I don't want to go outside.
no, it's 2 miles uphill in the snow. That's what my parents
Yes.
tell me all the time. They've always lived in California. I'm like,
You
guys
have
are
never
lying.
walked through snowbanks in Ottawa.
Of course
It is
not.
it is 4.5 kilometers for me to get to work.
You
And
know
there's a
why,
snowbank
Steve?
across the crosswalks. Yeah, it's literally through snow.
Chris, did you get a lot of snow this year? Do you have a lot of snow this year, or no? I don't have shit.
In total, we're about 4 feet. So
Is
far.
that a lot for you? I don't know what the average is for Otto.
It depends on the year. So 2008, 2007, 2008 was a bad year for us. Got 3 big drops of about 1.5 to 2 feet each.
That's insane.
What
We
made it
could all
what
die,
made it
except
worse?
for Andrew.
What made it worse was in the middle of this like week and a half period or month and a half period of what the fuck. There's also a 68-day bus strike.
Oh no.
So
Yeah,
the thing
that's-
is it's a bit of a to get to work and a bit of a to get home from work. And
Are you self-censoring?
I know. Yeah.
it's a fucking motherfucker to get to work. It's a motherfucker to get back from work. So I did something fucking smart and bought snow tires for my
Yeah.
bike. Yes, they
Tell
do
me
make
how
them.
you
They have
really
little
feel,
studs.
Steve-Art.
But the thing is, as soon as the plow goes by, those studs don't hang on to anything because they scrape it down to the road. And those studs only operate properly on snow. And that bike is still, well, it's in the basement now because it's winter. And those studded tires are still laying flat on a garage shelf right now because
That
otherwise
is
they'd work.
insane. Don't you have a snowmobile?
Oddly enough,
Fair question.
Odd-
Yeah.
Just can't ride it on the
oddly
road.
enough,
The
not
extremist.
what was it last week I was off or the week before?
Week before, I
Week
think.
before, yeah. So that Monday and that Tuesday and the Wednesday to get to work, it was a snowmobile from my kid brother's place to the only station for the rural bus service that I had to get up at some ungodly hour and arrive late to work because it was the only vehicle that was able to be operated due to a family issue.
So
It was a motherfucker.
Seabart apparently Crush Arcade went up you. He said, when I was a kid, I could only go to school every other day because I shared my shoes with my brother.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
Oh, that's awesome.
That would suck.
oh, big shock. Another guy wants to one up me on the internet.
Wow.
By the way, I have a cold.
Oh,
It's mine,
all right.
which is
All
kind of
right,
cool because
I'm
it
wearing
says
these
it's,
from now
it's,
on.
It's C for Carrie.
There you go.
Right?
I have a
That's
cold
what-
too. Yeah, I got a cold. I got to see. But I have extras that could change
It
it.
better not be the coronavirus.
Right?
Right, Mom?
Oh, see, I did my laundry. I do my laundry every Saturday after work. I throw everything in the machine, get it going. I didn't want to empty the washer because on top I have a pair of Corona boxers. I didn't want to touch them in case they were infested.
Infested.
Oh,
Infested
my.
with.
The coronavirus. They're Corona.
Where's
Corona
Jim-
sharks.
Where's Jim's whistle?
Yes.
Unwiser.
Yeah.
Jim's not here.
Rim shot.
Jim's not here, man.
Boom, boom.
Yes. You know what, you guys?
Jim-
I
Jim-
know it's off subject. Go ahead. Whoever's speaking.
Jim's not here, but Dave, where's Dave, man? We want to see his monkey.
Oh,
do the
yeah, you
monkey.
forgot the monkey.
Yes.
I don't think the monkey's right here. I don't think he's
Oh.
working 100%.
Oh no.
Replace the batteries.
I know maybe but my kid's been playing with it and it's. Here,
Oh, he's using it now.
Good.
He's
a
using it
good
now.
thing.
All right, hold on.
He's not afraid of the damn thing anymore.
Well, no, I mean, but since Christmas, I haven't, changed the batteries. I
You
don't
know what, Dave? I commend
It's an
you
8
for it.
blow job machine.
Ape real doll.
For the beast,
Oh,
for the bestiality in all of us.
Yeah, you have to pay for the upgrade. You have to pay for the upgrade where it throws its shit in your face. For those really sick fetishes.
Of the garbanzo bean chickpea joke.
I'm on Real Doll creating my doll. I want a really hairy. Oh, they have an
Throw
ape
shit at you.
option that throws shit at me.
No.
Fucking scat.
Dave,
Entertainment.
Dave, go quickly, please.
Oh no.
Dave, is your monkey? Is
Is
it
there a
working?
button for suction control?
See, this is why I said we should bring up the monkey at the start of the show before all this crap happens.
Oh, I gotta figure out how.
No. Not at
Dave's painting his cock banana yellow.
There's a couple black spots on it. Don't peel it! Don't peel it!
I love
Careful
this
now.
sound.
Careful now. We don't need another gack laugh. Come on, let me turn on OBS. We need an actual clean copy of this.
Oh, his head tilts too? Oh my god, I wonder if your kid's scared of it.
Fucking terrifying.
I know.
I put a blanket over it too.
Glad you guys.
Daddy, there's a monkey in my closet.
All right, Dave, come clean with us. How many times has your wife walked in on you with that in the bathroom?
Jesus.
Honest, I haven't
You
even
turn
touched-
around with the big deer and headlights look. She opens
Under the
door on
bed
you.
sheets.
I haven't touched this thing since Christmas. I kind of forgot about it. So you guys.
Sure, yeah.
I keep finding ape hairs in the bed.
Oh, shit.
Absolutely not. And I can say that because it still has teeth on it. Right, Dave?
We're always missing
Oh,
bananas in the
God.
refrigerator, on the counter.
It's still cool looking, even if it doesn't work. but it does work.
It worked a little bit.
Yeah,
No, it works.
made
I think
terrifying noises.
Yeah, I think one of it's because I can hear, but it does like if you could see it better, like I can move the eyes and they go back and forth, and the eyelids.
You know what,
move
Dave?
down.
I absolutely love that because I grew up in an era where, just like my fucking mug, Showbiz Pizza,
Mm-hmm.
and then it turned into
Until they fucked over Aaron.
Pizza
Yes.
Show and Chuck E. Cheese, and now they're taking all of the animatronics out of the Chuck E. Cheese.
They weren't any good though. I've got younger kids, and I've been in the last like 5 years. They were just basically stuffed animals that moved left and right. You know, and like it's a long way away from the rocket fire explosion.
They never upkept the maintenance.
Yeah, no, I know.
It was just night and day.
And that's the major excuse that they've had is that you have to put a bunch of money into it. Since I grew up knowing that, and that's, you know, to be honest with you guys, that's what my parents used to tell me. We used to take you there because you needed to have money to have your birthday parties there, to even take you there. And now Chuck E. Cheese is just a place to go where the parents get shit-faced drunk and the kids are just running around. That's why they have like those fast passes on the wrist where they're just swiping and running all over the place. It's a place to go ahead and dump your kids, and the parents are not going to take care of them.
Yeah, they're not. Kids can't leave unless they
are there because it's like they use it as it's kind of like in a pseudo, like
a glorified babysitter.
Well, it's what happens is the parents use it as a drop-off point. You got a lot of divorcees that are somebody's with a new mom or dad. There's always being called for fight. It's just depending on the time of day, it can be sketchy because why is there so many fights at Chuck E. Cheese? Well, it's because they're using it. That's where they're eating, and it's all hell because somebody brings in the new girlfriend and.
I know. You know what? I have something even.
Somehow this sounds like an 80s movie.
know,
especially the term divorcees. You mentioned like these hussy women with their low cut shirts. I haven't had sex in 3 years. You know, they're all hot to trot and Nitty on the
Time
bartender.
to play redemption games.
Yeah.
You notice they don't have the ball pits anymore because I heard those are like germ central.
Oh yeah, they're not washing those balls every day.
Like, they don't wash the balls, so they're all full of like germs and colds and flus.
They're not watching the balls.
The kid goes to the ball pit, it comes out infected.
Yeah, I used to
like
go
needles.
What a virus!
Yeah, heroin needles. Throw them in the ball pit.
Yes, there was also a thing
How
where
horrible!
they had under like tunnel maze underneath the stage floor where it was like a tunnel. The
Oh,
thing
under
is,
there?
you know, just like the
Where
playground.
all the kids went to make out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, whatever. That's the thing is that they took everything out. The jungle like playrooms or
the hamster tunnels and all
yeah,
that.
my daughter peed in one. You know, it's like
tunnel underneath the stage, also above like the play areas. I'm here in California. Maybe I'm you know.
Yeah, I used to take my daughter to them when she was little, and she used to play in them, but they still had the ball pit and the tubes back then.
Well,
but the machines were like breaking down, like half of them weren't working right and stuff. You know.
Well, that's
the Chuck E. Cheese just barely animates.
Yeah.
Oh no, the Chuck E. Cheese.
His mouth doesn't even move anymore. He blinks one eye.
No pants on. Yeah.
It looks raggedy and oily.
You guys remember when I said I was in San Jose and this is like in like 98. I was working for the airline. I'm on a layover and I'm walking to the mall and I'm going past the Chuck E. Cheese. And I'm like,
in a mall?
I was like 26 years old, 27. And I'm like, Chuck E. Cheese, I wonder if they have video games. So I like open the door and I peek in. I'm like, what am I doing? I can't go in.
Yeah.
Like
child molester creeper, right?
Yeah. I didn't think about that.
I have a few friends.
Sorry,
that
Dave.
kids.
What were you doing with the airlines?
I was a high altitude beverage engineer.
There you go.
Yeah.
Altitude beverage.
Sorry, you said the other word there.
Yeah. But I just walked by and it was so funny because I'm not thinking about it. And as soon as I opened the door, I'm like, this isn't a good idea.
Yeah.
I walk in, I just left. I'm like,
yeah.
But there wasn't anything from I didn't walk physically in. I just kind of like, I didn't make it past the guards, whatever. And I'm just like, oh, it looks like there's any
That
classic.
was the hype of every single asshole around you, making you think that you couldn't go into a Chuck E. Cheese and order a pizza. And now you can have wine or a beer and you can order a picture of it and then go ahead and play all the games.
I mean, they used to have that at Showbiz too. You could get beer. I remember that because the side bar area.
Well, I didn't know. Maybe that's the reason why my parents took me there. But I don't even remember.
But like, it's been so long. Like in the 80s, could parents be like smoking and stuff too in the Chuck E. Cheese? I don't remember that.
Well,
I could totally see it though, because like smoking was everywhere back then, right?
Smoking and non-smoking section, which was just divided by a wall where the
that wasn't even until like the early 90s.
It would just be a half wall, most of the time.
Yeah.
It was like a half wall at best.
Yeah.
I totally remember those days as a kid, though, the smoking and non-smoking sections in restaurants, right, Carrie?
Yeah.
The smoking section was always near the bar.
Yeah, and my folks smoked.
Yeah, and they would ask you when you get your table, are you smoking or non-smoking?
Yeah. I remember my parents if things were slow, and they'd be like, "Oh, I know what will make the food come. Let's light up." And they'd light up their cigarettes, and inevitably that would be like, oh, sure. Now
we were so behind in St. Cloud on the public smoking.
Yeah.
So behind on the public smoke on being like one of the last cities where I grew up in St. Cloud for banning indoor smoking. I was in my 20s, so this would have been like 2004, 2005.
Wow.
We were still going into bars and people could smoke in the bar.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I remember that.
2007. I don't know what
Michigan?
city you live in, but most of my family lives in Washington State. So in 2007,
you can still smoke in Washington pretty long. In the casino, you can still smoke.
Well, casinos are different, though.
Yeah, you can still smoke in casinos. That's still outside.
Smoke in a casino now, but
no, but it was the only state I could still play Hold'em because I played Texas Hold'em in all cities. It was the only state you could still smoke at the poker table. And I remember I wasn't drinking. I was drinking Pepsi. And the guy's like, how much fucking cigarettes are you going to smoke? I go, I'm not drinking. I'm trying to make up for it.
I'll be honest with you, Dave. That's one of the number one reasons why I'm reluctant to go to casinos. It's not for it's not because of gambling. It's because I don't want to smell like a fucking ashtray.
Yeah.
Yeah, your clothes smell like it when you get home.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
Yeah. But
well, I remember
I would rather let my clothes smell like an ashtray if I'm guaranteed a win. So what the hell
there you go.
Well,
you never get that.
Yeah.
So.
What are you guys playing?
Light me on fire for $1 million.
Yeah, right.
I remember my parents when we would go to a restaurant, if they said, smoking or non-smoking, and if the non-smoking section was filled, they would take the smoking section just so they could sit down and eat dinner. Do you remember those?
I do remember that.
Just so you could eat. First available. Yeah, just because it's crowded, you don't want to wait.
My parents had we had on Saturday.
I remember that too because they used to have those slot machines. I don't know if you guys remember them, but they're like coin machines where you would go ahead and put some money in and then pull whatever brand of stickers that you wanted. And
you mean a cigarette dispensing machine?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. California made those illegal, but they used. I do remember them.
I remember those.
They only got rid of them because teenagers that's how they were getting their cigarettes. Is they would sneak into a bar and go and grab their cigarettes and run out the door.
Yeah, that's how I got them when I was younger, and then I moved out of state, and then I was in.
They still have them like in Japan and stuff. I mean, they still have cigarette machines. We just don't have them. I don't know if they have them anywhere in America anymore. Do they?
Yeah, I don't think so.
No,
Probably not.
Like
they're outlawed in Canada. I know that.
Yeah, I think they're outlawed everywhere now.
Yeah.
But the smoking and non-smoking restaurants, they were still going on in 2008.
Venom says, God, I work in a casino. What's that like? Is it
Yeah.
smoky?
Come on, Venom. Let's hear it all before we have to send Batman out.
Do you come home and smell like cigarette smoke?
So many drunken idiots at like 4 a.m. have been up all night, right?
Those guys from Buffalo coming in.
Yeah.
My first roommate, he was a cigarette smoker, and he was funny because he was like, I like smoking, but I hate people smoking next to me. Does that make sense, Andrew, at all?
Nice.
From a past smoker.
No,
No,
it doesn't
I can
bother
say
me.
that too
The
because
smell.
I
I don't like
You
it.
didn't? Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't like
No,
it. It's never smelled good. I don't think anyone was
usually-
like, sweet, I love the smell of cigarettes.
No.
Even
smoked for
smokers are like, yeah, it smells gross, but you gotta do it.
Yeah.
I smoked for 10 years. I still kept I have friends that still smoke, but I'll make sure I'll position myself like upwind of them.
Oh, okay. So they'll
they
blow down on you.
So they
different levels.
they don't get a smell they get to smell Desert Dragon and not fucking cheap native cigarettes that they tend to buy because they're like 5 cents a piece, and when they get a bug casing in the cig, the thing will go.
Like, there's different levels of that, like smoking. Like if you're in a vehicle and somebody lights up a cigarette, like holy shit, you're fucking hardcore. Like nobody smokes in a car. Like you see those people driving with just a little window crack like that.
Yeah.
They have the cigarette like
Yeah.
it's just a pressure cooker.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
usually the air's a lot better. It's open. But like if you're in a small room and people are like, oh, just that smell of their clothes from the old bar days. Like you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh my god, it's like
Yeah.
that.
The clothes hamper totally smells like cigarette smoke, and then you got
I haven't
yeah.
had that.
And this has happened to me where I've forgotten to bring a fresh set of batteries, and I've had to succumb to coffin nails, and I can't even do one or two puffs of it, and it's like you can have the rest of that. Well, I thought you really needed one. It's like I just need a little bit, just need the tiny bit of nicotine because I'm only using 3% right now, so it's equivalent of
Smoke a damn
eighth of a cigarette.
No, totally digital. You can't handle analog.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Andrew, do you have a converter for coffin nails to vaping? Or?
So what you're telling me, C. Bart, you and Andrew are like the main guys of cigarette smokes.
Nice.
Oh,
Wow.
No.
This one is this
very
week is
up
Desert
to
Dragon. Last week was strawberry creamsicle.
So you, C. Bart, you got the 60-in-1 kick in there, right? And I imagine Andrew, he likes those a little better quality, so he's got like the crafty mech.
Touche.
I know you're on a roll tonight.
Touche.
The people that vape a lot more than cigarette smokers.
No,
because
but
like
we're only getting a small percentage of the nicotine.
Yeah, giant cloud.
Says the original hardware guy.
Yeah.
I used to be a smoker. I used to smoke weed and also smoke cigarettes. I cut completely back. I've noticed that when I drink,
Speaking of batteries.
No, shut up. Well, I still want a cigarette. I crave that nicotine.
Peanut butter and jelly, bacon and eggs. Me too. Alcohol and cigarettes. That's
do I want to go to space? And that's what's going to happen when I smoke some weed or even eat it. I'm not ready to go there. Are you guys ready to go up there with me? I just when I'm up in space, I cannot come back down.
Up in space.
Yeah, no, that's what it is, Mock. That is literally what it is. Smoking a cigarette. Okay, I know.
Was going into space?
No. Smoking cigarettes.
You're an astronaut?
Yes, I am. You didn't know that, Jimbo?
No,
Yes,
that does pay well.
Let me tell you.
Holy gosh, she's been higher than any Californian ever.
Yes, you guys didn't know an artificial astronaut, especially when I smoke some weed. But I don't do any of that. I've noticed that when I do get more than a little buzz on, I crave the taste of tobacco, which I used to smoke, and I also used to smoke weed. But to get on that level, I cannot go there anymore. You know, just like you, Mock, are you going to go ahead and smoke a cigarette?
No.
Fuck hates
Let's just
cigarettes.
let's just
Hates
throw
them too,
some
too.
hashish in there. Let's just what if someone rolls you a little bit of tobacco and hash up in a cigarette and you're just like, hey,
I don't
want
like
a cigarette?
hash, so probably not.
There you go. He doesn't want to
Yeah.
blast his ass off to space. Neither do I. We're not ready to go there.
He's a rocket man.
Rocket Man.
No, he's the magic man. That's what he is. But
That
you know
was a
what?
joke.
Before we all go anywhere else, I did want to unveil something to you guys.
Okay, because I think the show's going to wrap up soon,
Yep.
so we better show it.
Yeah, I thought we already did.
Yes, it is.
I thought
This
that's what
is-
it was. I thought
I
it
thought
was
so
a
too.
show. Yeah.
We
I'm
are
lost.
rate 19
Okay.
plus, so
Oh,
keep that in mind.
So,
When it comes into frame is when the video cuts out, right?
Yeah.
isn't it what's going to go on? You guys all ready? Here we go. I got it.
I'm kind of afraid.
All right, Jimbo.
Yeah.
Key up some.
Yeah.
Jim will get ready to key.
So that's some kind of
cut.
like a drum roll or something.
Oh, hey.
Oh boy. Hey now.
There we go.
Beetlejuice?
Oh.
No. What is
Oh,
that?
wait. Beetlejuice
Oh.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Oh, cute.
Beagle.
That's pretty good.
What the heck's that from?
Tell him, Gabby. I know where that's from.
Well, I know it's from Beetlejuice, but why is it Beetlejuice? Like, why was that made?
Because it's from Showbiz Pizza.
Oh,
Thank you.
wow.
Ah, comes
They-
back around.
I
Nice.
came all full round.
So
Good,
see,
good.
Showbiz
have
Pizza
closure.
made
Closure,
a whole bunch
yeah.
of movie posters like that for all their
Oh,
characters.
come on.
Oh, they
I
did?
didn't
It was
have-
like a
They
Star
did.
Wars one.
Oh, was
Yeah,
that the
the
one they had on the
Star Wars
walls with like in a marquee kind of
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
And I have
Oh,
one more.
okay.
And they made them
You guys
for
wanted to
any
talk about Star
big
Wars.
movie. They made one or two for each character.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think
Someone
I do
must be a
vaguely
premium-
remember that.
Yeah.
I think Gabriel must be a premium subscriber to his channel then.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Oh.
Well, yes, I am, but not for that. But I still have one more. You ready?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Hit us,
yeah,
hit us
yeah.
up.
there we go.
Yeah, because someone said Star Wars, right?
Okay.
For Fork Wars.
Fork Wars, yeah. May the forks be with you.
Pizza
Pizza
Wars.
Wars. Huh.
What's he holding? Like a
It's
pizza
a
cutter?
fork.
Key. Yeah,
Oh, it's a fork?
I think
That's Duke holding a fork, and that's
And it's a giant pizza Death Star.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And Fat's a little closer, Gabriel.
You can
Yeah,
see
bring it
Fat in
close to the
background,
camera
yeah.
so I can
Little
see the
closer?
characters.
So
slower, slower. Okay, speed it up, speed up, speed up. All right, there we go.
Shut the fuck up.
All right.
That's Fat's at the back. That's Duke holding the fork. Mitzi is the Princess Leia, and then Luke and Han are I can't remember and I can't see
Trying
with
to
that.
stand on
Well,
my
Luke's holding the
pizza.
fork.
That no, that's Duke.
May the fork
Duke, Luke.
be with
Get it?
Yeah.
There you
Were
go.
these things legit in the 80s? Were these things produced
they-
and hung in
They
restaurants?
were produced. They were in the
I
restaurant.
don't remember this.
They were on the outsides of them, and they were on the inside for sale.
Wow.
I thought they were around the restaurant where you ate your food. That's what I remember.
Yep.
They were like
Yeah.
in little
Well,
marquee
they're-
frames.
yes, they
Exactly.
That's what I remember.
Who's reproducing these, Gabby? Where did you get these?
No.
were. They're originals.
These are original?
They're
Wow.
they're not made anymore. They were made by Showbiz Pizza, the same as the glasses, which I did check, and I did get a response back that the glasses and the glasses were made just by Showbiz Pizza, so they're not being reproduced and
I don't
cannot
remember
be.
those at all.
No, they're not.
But hers look like
Wow.
full stock. Where did she get these?
I've had them in my
eBay.
house.
No.
Just like
I
I've
was gonna say
had
eBay.
the original Star Wars collection cards that in 1980s they were released, but I have an uncut card. Well, give me 5
Oh, a
seconds.
card poster. Yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah, let me
Yeah.
go grab it. Hold on.
Those came out in 1976 or 77.
All right, Mark, what colors are cards going to be? Blue.
Blue or green is what usually the colors they would print them at. I used to collect them long time ago when I was a kid, but I lost them all. I don't know. When
But wait, this stuff was around, but she's showing this stuff that's like it looks like new old stock. Where did she find? I mean, this guy, they're reproduction.
She's had it for a long time though.
Someone bought it, probably put it on eBay or something.
Yeah.
And, you know.
It's not a new. She's had this for a
they
while.
haven't been made since Showbiz Pizza shut down.
But they used
But
to
how
sell
long does
them
she
though.
own them?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, that's a
no
newer
idea.
box that posts priority. She's
here.
not like she's had it for years.
Here, all right. I'm posting a link in IRC.
So they
So
were
you could
being there was a few for sale from Aaron Fletcher who there we go. But does he still sell them on that though?
Yeah, you can add $100 Pizza Wars.
Oh, there we
to your
go.
cart right
Damn.
now.
All right, so he still has some.
He still has the Pizza
Are these original
Wars.
or are these reproductions?
But Gabrielle's got the
and,
uncut collector cards from
the
Tops
Mitzi
or
one that's
whatever,
like
right?
Tootsie.
You guys ready?
So
Yeah, we're just talking while you're
Okay.
getting it.
Great.
I think those are. I'm pretty sure those are original prints. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if they
Yeah,
were.
they are. It's an
So
original.
it's the full sheet of all the Star Wars cards.
Yeah,
Oh
uncut.
shit!
What are those? That's not what I was thinking of.
Yeah, they don't look like what I was thinking either.
So on the back, do they have like a matching image that goes across all of them? Because I swear they used to do that.
No, it's not a matching image. It's
Okay.
A little information thing.
Because I swear I remember the
Yeah.
Star Wars cards I had. It was
They
like
did,
the,
yeah,
the
Gak, I remember that
backside,
too.
It had like puzzle pieces kind
Yep,
of.
and you can make a big see-through PO or something. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Remember those? Yeah, Garbage Pail Kids do that too.
Yeah, they did that too. Made one
I
giant
love
card.
Garbage Pail Kids. I also have another card like that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
I like Garbage Pail Kids. They're funny. Wow, that's
All right, guys,
cool,
I gotta
Gabriella.
rock.
Yeah, that's
All right,
awesome.
Jimbo.
Yeah.
Cool place to
So-
start.
Tired.
I'm fading.
All right, so
Yeah, me too.
Mock, what episode was this?
204.
204, yeah.
All right.
It's great. Another one in the can.
In the can.
In the pooper.
Nice.
Well,
Yeah, the
everybody,
shit can.
thank you for joining us for another fun, exciting episode.
And may
Yeah.
all your scat throwing monkey animated heads
Oh no.
enjoy your dreams.
Everybody, bring your sex monkey dolls to the next show, and we'll all show them off.
Yeah.
Come on the show and show off your monkey. Compare whose monkey is sexier.
Monkey talk.
Your monkey's got a pretty mouth.
You're
You're a lower primate. All right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
My monkey's got a reservoir.
So all next week.
All right.
Yeah, good.